Welcome to Victory Achieved Gaming. I'm Eoghan, also known as Immortalium,
Hi, I'm Kathlynn.
and today we are going to be playing Mighty Gunvolt. Now, Mighty Gunvolt is, I would say, as a game itself, it's not particularly important, but as for the future of this channel, I think it's somewhat important given that our interest in another very popular franchise that is on the list. You guys can check it out right now on the list. There are 11 Mega Man games, 8 Mega Man X games, 4 Mega Man Zero games, as well as Mega Man ZX and Mega Man ZX Advent. That's a lot of Mega Man. And basically this game is in the style of Mega Man.
Looks more like chibi from the images, but I don't know. Well, I guess yeah.
So basically, the reason I like the idea of this is because some of the older Mega Man games can be really hard. And I think that this is a good warm-up. This kind of teaches you the basics of kind of Mega Man gameplay. But it's also in a shorter format, because this game originally wasn't even meant to be its own game. This was like an extra. This game was an extra for, I believe it was Azure Striker Gunvolt, which is where the Gunvolt part comes in. If you got like the digital deluxe version or something, you got this game with it for free. But obviously they then started releasing it as its own game. But it's quite short, and there's a couple of aspects of it I particularly enjoy. You may as well get started.
Yeah, press any button.
So, first off, there's a very important decision you got to make at the beginning of this.
Okay.
Begin with this file. We got to select our character. Now, one of these characters you're actually aware of, which is the one on, Beck.
Oh no, this one. Oh, I thought he kind of looked like Mega Man. So.
Yeah, well, he comes from. Remember I mentioned Mighty Number 9?
Yes.
Which was like meant to be a successor to Mega Man. That's what
he does. He's from. I can't remember. But I know the game in my head. He looks like the I think the middle one, Gunvolt. No.
He's from that one I mentioned, Azure Striker Gunvolt.
Yes.
I was talking about actually Ekuro, she's from the Galgun games.
Oh, she kind of does look like. I was going to pick her as my character.
So, she is an odd one in her. Each of these have different movesets, you see.
Okay.
She does have an interesting mechanic, so if you want to start with her, that's
yes,
fine.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I like being the female.
The other time, the other place. Experiments on humans started by massive media group Sumeragi to audition for next Muse Idol. Their magic hand even reached female schools. Female students vanished and no new couples formed. Love was in a danger. I noticed as well, actually, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but the translation for these bits aren't great. This could be a reference back to the old day. Gunvolt is the name who we call the only one to fight them. It's no accident he was involved in the Troubles. Together with Angel, Ekro, and Robot Beck, he fights to free successfully occupied major city facilities. Also successfully? Actually, that's not a word, is it?
I don't know. So I'm guessing it's school?
Yeah, go for school. So one thing that is quite nice about this is because older games like this were 4x3. This is done in 4x3, but they use the extra space around it to actually show the controls.
Okay, so this X is jump. Square, so I'm just messing around.
Yeah, you can see at the top right there, that's...
it does say X. This is actually, that's Xbox.
That's Xbox controls.
Okay, so yeah, so square is you, and X is jump, which is, okay, and then moving back and forth. Okay, so they're the only 3 buttons I need, or like the moving buttons and these, are they?
So, does this mean if you hold it? So if you jump and hold the A button, oh yeah, you can do like a little glide.
That's kind of cute.
And then, but the big one is you can actually make enemy monsters fall in love with you.
So
I think if you hold the X button, the fire button, and then fire it, yeah. And I think if you get the killing blow with that, it turns them into an ally instead.
Candy! Strawberry. This, it's absolutely...
You get walloped right in the face.
I'm not impressed with myself right now.
It's okay.
Candy. Wait, where's my health, actually?
That's your health right up there.
Oh, and how do I regain health?
There are things you can pick up. I remember that. I can't remember what they're represented by in this. In Mega Man, it would be like energy cells, but in this... There you go.
Yeah.
They're hiding in little trash cans.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's the hearts, maybe. Which is funny, actually, because I'm playing some Castlevania, and hearts in that is actually your ammo. Be careful of these guys. So, I wanted to talk a bit about the company that made this game. So we saw their name at the beginning, actually, Inti Creates. So, Inti Creates is a Japanese company. And... What's going on here? Oh, okay, you're just going by. Okay.
Because apparently, if I like leave the area, they like respawn.
That is true, I think. But anyway, Inti Creates, so... I came across them recently with the Mega Man Zero games. They might have also done the ZX games, I can't remember. But they were hired by Capcom to do those games. And the controls in them are so tight and graceful that I was just kind of interested in what else they've done. And they kind of do... They do that funny thing. Oh, you died. It's okay. But what really stood out to me, like when I looked up their what they've done, is that they kind of are one of those ones where they do a lot of contract work, releasing games for other companies. But they also do quite a bit, like they publish a lot of their own stuff. And I remember when I took a look at this game, this was one of the earliest that they published by themselves, and at the time it was only 99¢. So I was like, why not? And why not give it a shot? And so I'm very eager to be able to play more of these Inti Creates games, because I do think this style of game is something that you don't see that often these days. And so it's nice to be able to see someone continuing to produce these specific games. Are you able to shoot up, out of curiosity?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
I don't think so. Which means you might not be able to kill that one. That could be specific for some... You see, all of these levels are the same regardless of who you play. So some of the stuff you can interact with only if you're like a certain character. Know what I mean?
Yeah, oh okay, that makes sense. This is quite adorable.
Also, as I mentioned before, so they mainly do platform games, but oddly enough, they're also the creators of, or developers, I should say, of Galgun.
Maybe I can shoot. Oh, I can shoot away the. Oh, fuck's sake!
It's
this
okay.
Thing.
Yeah, are you able to shoot them? Oh, you can. Yeah.
These things I can, but not the speaker. Maybe I can speaker if I get above. Oh, I can't get above. I have to get over here.
Yeah, and then you gotta jump over. Ooh. Oh no. Okay.
How the fuck did I do that?
It's okay. You just gotta go towards the edge.
I don't play platformers at all.
That was the other thing about this. Yeah. So Kathlynn here doesn't. Well, specifically, you don't play 2D platformers. You don't play much 3D platformers either. But you did play some Spyro, didn't you?
I did play Spyro. Yes.
And that is a platformer, legitimately.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is. That's true.
Well, it's all about him being able to get to certain platforms and stuff. Besides that, did you say, I might be wrong on this, did you say that you played a platform when you were a kid or something? Or?
I played a bit of Mario, like with friends.
Bit of Mario,
but
okay.
Not much.
Yeah, so, now the thing is, when I was a kid, I was really into, 3D platformers, like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, and what were the other, there was this, EA series called Croc. I don't know if you heard of that one.
No. Okay.
And then, maybe I need to give you a hand here.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out...
You jump when you get to the edge.
Okay.
But back to what I was saying. So I played all those, but I didn't actually play that many 2D platformers.
There we go. Now I destroyed it.
Mm-hmm. And I think part of the reason for that was that a lot of them that I played, I felt very vulnerable in. It was very easy to die in those.
Okay.
Compared to, say, Crash Bandicoot or Spyro or something. Which, I mean, that's a bit ironic, actually, because Crash Bandicoot now a lot of people consider to be really hard. But compared to some of these older 2D games. But I think the two things that kind of changed my opinion on that, one was...
Oh, fuck!
Okay, get off those spikes.
Yeah, I tried to get the heart. I got the heart and I lost.
You took damage, yeah, because of it. It's okay. But I remember back in the day, I think it may have been 2016 or so, there was a Humble Bundle that included loads and loads of Sonic games. And that's another very good example of a of a platformer series, Sonic. Which actually, just before I talk about more Sonic, you were saying you like the franchise, but not so much the games or something, right?
Yes.
Like you like the movie? Did you say or?
Oh, I did like the movie.
And
yes.
you also were talking loads about the anime, like the anime series.
Oh, Sonic X? Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to love Sonic X as a kid.
But then in terms of the games, like, have you ever played a Sonic game?
At my friend's when I was like a teenager. Fuck.
You might, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Damn it.
I think the G there gets you.
Oh, I'm not
a
as.
life.
Oh, great, fantastic.
There is a problem though here.
What?
So do you see at the bottom right it says P equals 0?
Yeah, that means I can't die again or I have to go back to the beginning?
Yes, that is correct. Now, the G, I might be wrong here. I think that gets you an extra life if you got it, but you aren't able to get it as... I think you have to be... what's his name? Beck, in order to be able to get that.
Okay.
Yes, I think he can slide. Yeah, gun down... Oh, okay.
Oh, I could have actually... Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I could have...
Gunned him down, yeah.
I wasn't not thinking.
It's okay. So anyway, yeah, so I played through the first few Sonic games and really found myself loving them. And then I came across another platformer game called Super Meat Boy. Now, have you heard of Super Meat Boy, Kate?
Yes, everyone's heard of Super Meat Boy.
And that, again, was a game that I really fell in love with, but it's also known for being very difficult. And I think Super Meat Boy, like, after having, like, practiced a bit of my 2D platforming with Sonic, Super Meat Boy was something that, like, it really was like a crash course in get good at 2D platforming, you know?
There was a light down here. Oh, yeah.
Well, harsh.
Yeah.
And after that, I ended up playing a lot more 2D games. Just recently, I think I mentioned this, that I played Celeste. And that is a hardcore game in terms of, like, 2D platforming. Like, that is so demanding. But it's brilliant. I will honestly say, like, Celeste is an utterly fantastic platformer. And anyone who's into 2D platformers should totally get Celeste. Like, particularly, it's often on sale for $3.99. So, like...
Oh, fuck, I could have killed that.
Yeah, you could have killed that.
I keep forgetting I can't, because I keep thinking of the first one that I came across.
Oh, look, it's a schoolgirl.
Of course it's a schoolgirl! Oh, damn.
So now you gotta kill this guy. So, this guy is a bit unique. You gotta dodge those. Or actually, can you shoot them, actually? I think you can shoot them.
Yeah.
But these... Okay, not those ones. But after that, I think he's gonna stick out some kind of vines. Yeah, there. You gotta shoot the top parts. You see the red parts?
How do I shoot the top part?
You gotta jump and shoot.
Oh, okay. Oh god, I'm really bad at this.
It's okay. That's why I really wanted you to play this one first before Mega Man, because Mega Man's harder than this.
Oh damn, see, I'm not good at platformers.
Yeah. And then you gotta shoot his tonsil.
Okay.
It's fine. You'll get the hang of it eventually. But yeah, so...
And I did.
Okay, and I think you might end up, going back to the beginning.
Okay, I did get slightly better though, I think.
Did.
So I'm gonna...
You gotta remember to shoot for one, because there were a few that you ran by that you could have shot before even getting within their range.
It's true.
But anyway, so what I was saying with 2D platformers was that, they're fantastic. I really like... And actually, something I really love recently is Metroidvanias. Which, do you know what a Metroidvania is, Kathlynn?
No.
I
don't think I do.
So a Metroidvania, obviously the name comes from, it's a combination of two gaming franchise names, which is Metroid and Castlevania. And basically it refers to, like, 2D platformer again, but instead of levels, it's all one interconnected world. And also, as you play through, you get new abilities like double jump or that allow you then to go to new areas. You actually have a couple in your Steam library from when I'm more Metroidvania.
Because you probably gave me games and stuff.
No, these two you got yourself, I think, which was you got Ori and the Blind Forest.
I did, yes.
And you also got Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Okay.
Do you remember that one?
I don't remember buying it, but I probably did.
I think I remember you buying it. I was thinking to myself, oh, interesting. I didn't think Kathlynn was into Metroidvanias.
If it looks interesting and it's like on sale, sometimes I'll buy it, kind of thing.
Don't worry. Like with regards to Ori and the Blind Forest, it is actually on the list.
Yeah, but I think I had that already. I think I bought that already. So this is actually another thing. There's actually some games on your list that I want to play, and
it'll be exciting.
This is actually kind of helping me get through that because I'm a massive. I meant to jump. I'm a massive game jumper, so
you do have a bit of a problem with that. Yet you can commit yourself when it's something like Atelier or something.
Yes, actually, I can't wait for the new Atelier.
When you say the new Atelier, are you talking about Rise of 3 or are you talking about the remake of the first one?
The remake of the first one, because I never actually played it.
Yeah, I don't know how many people did actually.
Yeah, either do I.
Well, I mean, in Japan I'm sure plenty. But did it get a Western release?
No, I don't think so.
What platform would it have been on? Would it have been PlayStation? Like the first PlayStation?
2 or PlayStation 1, I think.
I think it would have been PlayStation 1, right?
Yeah.
You want to try to get that extra life, huh? Okay, so one thing...
I just want to see, can I do it?
One thing I noticed you're...
I can't because there's spikes there.
One thing I noticed that you're doing, actually, and I just want to teach you this very quickly. Could you slow down for a second? Just in case you come across an enemy. Okay, I want you to hold down the jump button entirely. Well, you did a double tap there. And then I want you to just tap it. Did you see the difference there?
Not really.
Okay, well, the thing is, like the longer you hold it, you have to hold it slightly more longer to do a full jump. You can do, like, a little tap. And it'll, just be a little basic jump. Actually, I want to just double-check that I'm right about that, because some platformers only stick into... only allow you to do, a full jump. So can I just give it a quick tap? Yeah, do you see there's, two different heights there?
Oh, yeah.
So that's, if you want to make, a little short jump, you could just do, a little tap, you know? Now, you're not really using her special ability.
No, not really.
Which would make me wonder, would something would the other two have been better in that perspective?
Sorry, I was trying to use it there, but he keeps hitting me with bombs, that's why I'm not using it.
Yeah, okay, just get past them, and, the main thing is to get past the boss. Because if you get past the boss, it'll be the first stage done.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to, I might not be able to hit him, because he's such an awkward...
He is a very awkward spot. You have to hop down right beside him and, open fire. The other thing that I think there might be a limit to how many shots you can do on screen at once. It's very much the case with Mega Man. But that means if you're standing right beside them, you can just, rapid fire into them.
I was thinking of Mario. I was like, I wonder if I jumped on them, would it cause damage? No, it just caused damage to me.
No, it wouldn't. That is a common mistake people make. Mario seems... Well, actually, Sonic does that as well, actually, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Although Sonic only does that if he's rolled up. If he's, falling and his legs hit the enemy, then he will take damage.
Yeah, I think he... Shit.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry for cursing.
It's okay. I mean, if I have to, I can censor it, just like I did with that short. Now, what you did there was you either held it or you double tapped it.
I know. Oh.
There we go. Yeah. So you're cruising through it now. Well, okay.
Yeah,
maybe you could have gotten health back if you killed him. But...
Yeah, but it's fine. Okay. It's good because I have P2, so it's fine.
Yeah, you have 3 chances at this, essentially. So yeah, if those guys come up in the middle, just open fire rapidly. Okay, just shoot the Yeah, there we go. Come on. And then open fire on his tonsil. Well, what you should do is you should be, right beside it. And then... Now, make sure to hop over these guys if...
No, to shoot them.
You can, but when they come out, I don't think you'll have enough time to actually shoot them dead, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, dead.
So when they first come up, you should try hopping over them.
Okay, so I have 2 more tries to do this.
And the best way to do his tonsil is to just, do little taps and just, rapid fire into his tonsil right beside it, you know? Yeah, do you see? And then go to the edge, because I think standing in the middle will get you hit. Whereas maybe if you're right at the corner, you might not.
Oh, true.
I mean, by Mega Man standards, it's actually quite easy.
Thank you. Eoghan, I guess? I have to jump and hit, which is annoying. Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
You should probably... Corner might have been better there. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Okay.
I'm very bad at this.
Yeah, I'm half wondering with another character. I'm trying to remember...
Oh no, she's so cute!
She is cute, yeah. I can't remember which Galgun is she from.
I only ever played like one of them. But I think she's the angel. I think she's like the main angel. I think she's like one of them. I can't remember.
I thought it was different angels between them.
Maybe, I can't remember.
I've never played one myself. I did watch... the Game Grumps played a little bit of one of the Galgun games one time. I remember that. But after that... I also saw someone playing it at... You know the one that was in Dublin? What was the...
Yes,
the con on Dublin?
There was a couple of cons. There was ErtaCon, there was NomCon, oh, there was another con.
I think it was NomCon. I think it was.
Oh, was it? Oh, I can't remember.
Okay, shoot.
I got 3 hits that time.
Okay. You're doing well enough.
How many hits do you think can kill him?
I think, isn't each of your shots doing 1 pip of, like, damage at the bottom
Oh,
right?
sugar.
It's okay.
I keep...
Oh, actually, that could be really powerful, actually.
What?
So if you levitate right beside his tonsil, couldn't you then just rapid fire into his tonsil?
But then I have to like go over the button.
You do?
I think so.
You can't shoot in there?
No, I don't know. I think that's more for like going a slightly longer distance. And I died.
Wait, just before you go back... Oh. Okay, well... Can we just try it right at the beginning? If just hover and see if you can shoot at the same time.
Okay, so it's jump and hold.
You can't shoot?
No, I let go to shoot.
No. Keep it held and shoot.
Yeah, but that's awkward.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, if you think that's awkward,
yeah, I know.
You should see some of the Celeste.
I don't play platformers.
That's okay. Actually, there's this amazing... did I ever show you the YouTube series? It's a guy called Rasputin.
Yeah.
And basically he does a series called what gaming is like for non-gamers.
Okay.
And he has his wife, who doesn't play games, play video games. And he like observes and sees like where she misunderstands things. Like how she struggles with certain like interactions or coming up with solutions and stuff. And it's just a really fascinating little series, like for someone who's interested in like what like why some people can really struggle with games that, you know, either they're not gamers or they're people who don't play certain genres of game. They might misunderstand certain things, you know?
Sure.
So just from that perspective, it's quite fascinating. Like, she was playing Celeste. He had her start playing Celeste. Now, she only, from what I'm aware, she was only in the very first stage of Celeste, which is the comparatively easy part. And she couldn't do this jump. And, like, she kept doing it over and over, and she kept dying and dying over and over again. And then one time she accidentally did it. And he asked her, because it was very obvious to those who was familiar with platformers, he asked her, like, what did you do differently that time? And she was like, nothing! Like, I didn't do anything differently! But, like, she had actually done something differently.
What?
Which was, the whole time that she'd been, like, she had to get through this narrow gap of spikes, and she had to bounce off of, like, a trampoline through it. What she would do is she'd hop on the trampoline and then dash, and those are two separate actions. Whereas what she had to do was run, jump onto the...
I have it over there, actually, I was wondering.
You have to be, what's his name, Beck from Mighty Number 9,
okay.
because he can slide.
That makes sense.
Anyway, so what happened was she ran at the platform, jumped on it, her momentum carried her to the right, and then she dashed, which meant she covered a greater distance than she had when she was just jumping onto the trampoline, going straight up, and then dashing. you know?
So, I'm just going to leave him because he's upper hill.
So, but like that kind of momentum thing that she didn't really understand.
I do think this has been my best run.
Oh, definitely. You haven't died yet.
No. So I'm getting better.
You are getting better.
Yeah, okay.
And you see, like, this will be very important. Like, this game, I would say it's still hard by game standards. You know, like, if you ask your average gamer person...
It's because you don't play platformers.
Yeah. But, like, so don't take this the wrong way, but I'm just saying Mega Man is quite a bit harder than this.
Oh, I say so.
Which is why I wanted you to start with this, so that you could actually develop some skills with regards to these platformer games.
I think, oh wait, no, I did play one other platformer. I played Alice into Madness on Xbox, and I used to have the Xbox.
Oh, Alice into Madness.
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah, that was a 3D platformer. I played that recently, actually.
Yeah, I actually rebought it for Steam because I don't have my Xbox anymore. I haven't played it again. It's been a couple of years.
Okay, boss time.
Yeah.
So...
I haven't died yet, so I call this an improvement.
So, I don't know the way you want to attack it, but you've heard what I think is the best way to do it.
Yeah, I'll try. One down. Dodging these lasery things.
Are you jumping all the way when you do that?
I'm trying to jump. I'm also trying to avoid those lasers.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm trying to hit it. What's the best? I'm trying to find the best place to hit it from.
Because obviously the best...
Got it.
Okay, and jump.
Okay.
You did 5 there, which is good.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Ironically, these ones are like in the easiest spot.
I know. Okay. Wait, I'm not facing it.
Oh my gosh! Okay, you did really well the first time, and the second time you completely messed it up. Also, you're still standing in the middle for the help thing.
Okay, if I get rid of one, and I died.
It's okay. Yeah, as you said, you have a bunch of lives, so you can take a couple of times to practice this.
Okay. Actually, they spawn... Like, they might not always spawn first. Last time he spawned... He's first.
I was just thinking, imagine if this became our long-running series. Even though it's meant to be, like, short.
Yeah, I actually, yeah, I like platformers. Oh, and we have platformers. Okay.
Did you finish the Spyro one?
No, I didn't. I gave up on it because I game hopped too much.
Okay, so it was a game hopping issue, not like a challenge issue or...
Yeah, I just wanted to play something else.
Okay. That's fair enough. Did you ever play this older Spyro games, like the ones before the...
No, really. My sister had it on PlayStation 1. Was it PlayStation 1?
Yeah, it would have been PS1.
Yeah, my sister had PlayStation 1. I'm pretty sure she had Spyro and Rayman.
And Rayman, was it?
She had Rayman, yeah.
That's another platformer one. That's...
Yeah, my sister loved Rayman.
Was that the first Rayman?
I think it could have been the first.
It would have been 2D and like cartoony looking?
I'm pretty sure. I can't remember.
The second Rayman I played a lot of as a kid, which was 3D. That was a 3D one.
The thing is, I didn't really get into gaming until PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah, actually, do you want to tell people your story about... If you're comfortable with it.
What story?
Well, how you got into gaming.
Oh, yeah, Final Fantasy X-2 gaming fashion. As any 12-year-old would have gone into gaming.
But it was because your friend didn't like it or something.
Oh no! So basically, I don't want to say anything because
don't say the name. Just
it's like basically the first fight in the game, which is like a tutorial fight. Well, not the first fight. The first fight where I'll say that you fight the villain, like this female villain and her two like sidekicks.
LeBlanc and...
LeBlanc, yes.
What were the other two? I can't remember.
Omi and... I can't remember the other guy's name, but one was Omi, I'm pretty sure.
You're talking about when you go onto the ruins place.
Yes, and it's like the first place you fight them.
Your friend was struggling
She was struggling and couldn't beat them. We were 12, so do not judge us. And she just bought the PlayStation 2 herself, and her cousin had Final Fantasy X, and she bought 10, but she bought 10 too.
Actually, in the past, I've seen people accidentally buy 12 instead of 10 too.
That's really funny. But yeah, so she couldn't fight it, and she said the game's stupid, and she was giving up. And I really thought it was really pretty because they had like these cute dress spheres, and it was just so pretty to a 12-year-old child. And I asked, can I have a go? And I beat them right away, and then she got really annoyed. And because of that, I actually ended up, when I was 12, if anyone here is Christian, stuff like that, the confirmation is when you do it 12, isn't it? Yes. It's like kind of the Catholic thing.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Confirmation comes after communion, but
yes, it's 12, so that'll be the one you do in your 12th and 6th class. And I don't know, you get money from family members for
you do actually, yeah.
And I have a very big family. I have like 12 aunts and uncles. I think if I add up my entire family. So I got a lot of money.
And you just went and got
I got a PlayStation 2. I got the mini one. Okay, I died again. I got the mini one, so it was kind of more portable because and it made more sense for me. And I got Final Fantasy X-2 with it and the Sims Herbs because.
Oh, of course.
And then I actually did a weird thing. I started at Final Fantasy X-2 instead of 10.
That is a little unusual, but you know.
At 12, though, you don't think of that at 12 because I didn't think about the story. I was thinking that the characters were pretty and the dress spheres. And then because of that, I discovered I really liked story-based games such as RPGs and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, like for instance, my first Resident Evil was Resident Evil 5, like, and that was just because that was the only one available on PC.
Yeah.
So like, at the time at least. So it was like, yeah, I'll start with not Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
And then like I kind of did like basically whenever they came out, I kind of went to them.
Yeah.
Which meant I played them in like a weird order.
Like I know I went back and I played I got 10 then and I played it like later. I just started at 10-2. So I know a lot of people, I remember loads of people were like, oh, but 10-2 is not that great. And it's like gaming fashion. And I was like, but to 12-year-olds, that was amazing.
Also, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people who are very, they have a lot of bad things about 10-2. And
I personally love 10-2 to this day still.
Yeah, like I'm saying, it's not that, I don't think it's necessarily bad. I just think, is it as good as 10?
Personally, it's my favorite.
You like it more than 10?
I do. I think.
Okay, I thought in the past you said.
Looking back though, I think it just means a lot to me.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I think that might be the reason.
Nostalgia reasons.
Nostalgia reasons. Like, if I wanted to replay 10 or 10-2, I would probably be like 10-2.
Fair enough. That is fair enough. But like, yeah.
But I guess realistically, no, 10 is the better game.
But let's also compare. Like, there's plenty of Final Fantasy games that are worse than 10-2, I'd say.
Like, I used to not like 12, but when I replayed 12 when they did Zodiac, I didn't hate it as much as I remembered.
Well, first off, I think the Zodiac Age is a legitimately better version of 12.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Now, I had a few problems with 12. I don't hate 12. It'd probably be my second least favorite Final Fantasy. And mainly just because the characters, I think, aren't particularly interesting.
They're not. No, I would still say that. Character-wise, they're very boring characters in 12.
But there is something quite interesting about, like, coding your characters. Like, heal when I have less than 25% health, or something like that. And just being able to then let them do what they want. Like, you know, that is quite a nice little feature. But yeah, 12, yeah, not exactly the best one.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, my least favorite is 3, and this isn't American version 3, because I don't know if you know what I mean by that.
I jumped on there, God, what?
So, did you know that when Final Fantasy first came out in America, they released the first one, which makes sense, but then they skipped 2 and 3. So when they released Final Fantasy 4 in America, they called it Final Fantasy 2. And then they didn't release Final Fantasy 5, but they did release Final Fantasy 6. They called that Final Fantasy 3.
Okay, that's weird.
I'm talking actual Final Fantasy 3. 6 is a good game, I will say that. Final Fantasy 6 is a very good game.
I think if you stand here, they actually spawn on the other side. So I wouldn't have had to...
Yeah, but the risk there is when her health thing comes down.
True.
I think if you jump as the H gets to you, it'll go past you.
True. Oh god. I mean, how many levels are in this game?
Not that many. A big complaint about this game for anyone who's getting it by itself is that it's very short. Like, the first guy, the guy who I learned about this from, he was ranking all of the Inti Create games. And he was saying a big problem with this game was that he completed it in half an hour. And also, he, even getting all of the achievements and stuff, only took him an hour and a half.
Okay. And then it's me struggling.
And then, yeah, but to be fair, like, okay. Sonic may be a little easier of a way to start with platforming, but
I don't even really play Sonic. Like,
Super Meat Boy, I think, is it fair to... Yeah, Super Meat Boy has to be harder than this.
oh, I think Super Mario supposed to be like insanely hard.
Like, I guess it depends on how far you go with Super Meat Boy. Sorry for the crack. Basically, Super Meat Boy, if to do the main story, there's quite a bit of challenge there, certainly. But there's also a lot of optional content that's much harder.
Okay.
And that's really where, like, a ton of the challenge is. Like, I'm not saying it's easy as a game, and the main game. I just mean that the main game isn't anywhere near as infuriating as people might have, like, had you believe.
Oh, okay. I thought that wouldn't mean to hit me.
Now, what you have to do is you have to jump as it reaches you, I think. So, like, for instance, the exclamation mark when it gets close, jump, and, do you see?
Okay, and they're in the most easy places.
There.
It's just...
I also worried, you have a predisposition, I'd say, to holding the jump button, don't you?
I think I do without thinking.
And that causes her to float, which might throw you off.
Fuck yeah, and I keep aiming in the wrong direction.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least you can dodge that attack. Oh, and then you ran into him.
I didn't mean to run into him.
You see, if you really struggle with this, I'd be curious to see have you try one of the other characters.
Maybe. I can go back. If you go Warp, I'm guessing that will bring you back.
Actually, warp is to the actual hard levels of this game.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like, the main story of this game is quite easy. So it's so people who are like, oh, the main game is too easy, warp is where you go to do the actual, like, tough levels.
Thank you for telling me that. It's
Yeah, because the other thing is, I think you're half afraid to go your full height of jump because you're afraid you'll start floating, right?
I think so. And I died anyway.
So,
okay, one more try.
Yeah, give one more shot, and then I might actually recommend trying another character.
Okay.
Just give it another character shot and see if it helps at all. You also have a different opening stage, which might also help.
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming they're not all saving. Oh, Becca. I didn't realize they
Like, you'll do all of the stages regardless, but, like, for instance, this might be the second or third one for another character. You know? Okay. I'm trying to remember what his gimmick is, but it's something very helpful, I know. Whereas I actually thought...
I want to be the cute angel.
Yeah, but... Like, while her one is very interesting of getting robots to fall in love with you and stuff, it isn't that helpful for bosses, which is where I think the lion's share of the problem, of, like, the difficulty of this game comes from. Like, the levels themselves are actually not that bad, are they? But, like, you got that one unlocked now.
Fuck.
That's fair enough.
Okay, game over. Ah,
Okay.
my finger hurts. Okay, so how do I change characters?
If you press circle, yeah, and then go down to no data, and let's try using Gunvolt. I think Gunvolt.
Okay.
Now it's the same opening.
I'll just skip all this very fast.
Yeah.
I kind of memorized her first stage now. Damn it.
So his first
Train.
stage is the train.
But I'm guessing it comes to a point where he goes to the school?
He does go to school eventually, yes. Now, what's his gimmick again? Oh, yeah. So, first off, tap A twice. Hold A and then hit it again at the peak. He has double jump. You see?
Oh, yeah.
And secondly, you like this. Hold the X button, yeah, and just...
Yeah.
When you hold it, like, point it up and down, like, move the directional... Oh, well, first off... See, you can use that to direct where you want to have it hit.
Wait, so you hold it and... Oh, that's handy.
I think between that and his double jump, it makes him a very, like, powerful character. Know what I mean?
He's quite powerful.
So maybe you have an easier time. Now, I get the reason why...
I wanted to be the cute angel.
But not just that, but also why she's designed like that. Like, his double jump is her float. Like, that's her movement ability. And floating is a really cool ability. But it's also quite advanced compared to, you know, double jumping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you could do, actually, you could just stand under him and hold the attack button. And, like, if you stand on the edge over here...
Let's jump.
Like, you won't hit him from there, you see.
No.
So if you get to the edge here, and then do it. Do you see?
Yeah.
And also, theoretically, her ability to make monsters or enemies fight on her side is huge. Like, that's a huge ability. But, again, it's not the best ability for someone who's learning, like, platformers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like this ability the most.
Now, it's, like, at that distance, that's a good example, actually. I think if that was their intention, it's a very good, like...
Ah, I got life instead of candy. I made the right move there.
Mm-hmm. If that was their intention, actually, then they're doing a very good job of teaching you, which is that, you can do that attack, but it won't, like, you know, if the enemy's far away, you won't be able to hit it. You should just do normal attacks when an enemy's far away. Now, you could go back and get that life if you wanted. So, if you... Yeah, there. And then you can use the double jump. See, and now you got an extra life.
How come only he gets extra lives?
What do you mean, only he? She had one, too.
She?
Yeah, remember the G you tried a couple of times and you failed with...
Oh, yeah. He can't get those, obviously, because I have to be able to...
Yeah, that would be Beck. Beck would get that. So this one, just shoot at a distance. You won't be able to hit him from there. Okay, you can do it that way.
I like
now,
his attack.
Don't get close to him, because he's a flamethrower, you see. So you should be, like, just mashing... You should just, like, tap the X button at enemies at long distance, you know? Like that. I'd probably recommend just hopping through the hole.
Oh, okay. I like it. Wait, what?
Remember, it's called train.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
So we're on the train tracks now.
Oh.
There we go. That was a good bit of health back. So yeah, like, I know you wanted to play as the cute angel,
I did.
but don't you think this guy's easier?
He is much easier.
Like, hers is a really good advanced one. Like, if you beat the game with this, you could then go back and try playing with her, you know? But for someone who's just learning... Yeah, you should be able to get... Yeah, there you go.
Ice cream.
And the thing that's really useful about that as well is you can hit enemies out of, like when they're not in your... Like, you could have stood under him, for instance, and hit him with that special ability.
Actually, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. This is kind of cheating.
Well, you say cheating. It's, like... This is really powerful right now. Like, when if you try to use that against bosses, it's usually not going to work well.
Why?
Well, let's see.
Oh, fuck, I faced the wrong way. Oh, because of that?
Yeah, and also just because they move around a lot. So, one thing you need to do is to jump to avoid his attacks.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit him too.
Yeah, but at this rate...
Yeah, but at least I will just go back right here.
Yeah, that is true.
And I slept through more twice, so I'm good.
I think you have more than that, right? Because you also have 0.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, 4 tries. Oh, I thought he was coming closer to me, so I was running that way. I can just hit him more.
See, you're gonna struggle if you don't try to, like...
I will get eventually. What the fuck is that movement? And I'm done. Did not know he did that.
Mm. Well, he hadn't gotten that far before.
No.
Now, he's not too bad in terms of dodging. Like, actually, that's really easy to dodge, that first one. Just don't get hit by him. Actually.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I thought he was going to jump further than
Now,
he did.
obviously, that other attack he just did,
I did it again. I thought he was going to jump further than he did, so I was like...
that other attack he does is much more complicated to do. But there are enough blind spots that, like, if you have to, you can actually...
there we go. Okay.
It's okay. What you gotta do in this situation, you gotta learn the moveset.
I know. Oh.
So, in terms of the moves he has available to him, they're actually quite limited. Like, you know, for instance, if you're standing at a distance, that he's gonna do this. Like, the only thing that's danger at the distance besides those is if he does that dash thing, which he'll do now, I believe. Oh no. I guess it must have been the one after this. I must have miscounted. Yep. It was this one, you see. And then this is quite easy to dodge. You just, like, go in between the bullets.
Yeah. No. Okay, one more try. Mighty Gunvolt. Why did I agree to play this?
Well, I wanted to try to... Like, if you struggle with this game, you're really going to struggle with Mega Man, you see.
That is very true. And the whole point of this channel is I have to complete them, isn't it?
Well, ideally, yeah. Anything we start, we should try to finish.
Unless it takes, like, a million episodes.
Yeah, well, in that situation, like, I'd have to probably do, like, a crash course training thing with you off camera.
Yeah, okay.
Hang on. Just dodge these attacks. You're doing decently well. My god, he had one pip of health left.
Okay, again.
But I think you would have got that if you actually dodged those fireballs.
I know.
Like the first ones.
I know. Okay, here we go.
You see what I mean by, like, while his special ability is really powerful, I don't think with bosses it's going to particularly help. The one exception that I can think of off the top of my head is when you're fighting that plant monster, or the one that, what's her name, was fighting.
Yes.
Like,
oh, he's like, I'm pretty sure he's in one of the Galagon games, that plant monster.
That would make sense. But with regards to him, I think that could be really powerful, that move, because if you stand in the right spot and use that on his tonsil, like, I think you could do, like, an absolute ton of damage, you know?
Okay.
Also, the double jump will help you reach those vines when they're, like, out of reach, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can get the... There we go. You didn't even need the double jump for that. You could do a single jump.
Wait, why not this one? I don't like that.
It's okay. So, yeah, like... Definitely a challenging game, but then again, what would be a good 2D platformer to teach people how the concepts of 2D platforming? I mean, my one was a crash course, essentially. Like, my second major excursion into the world of 2D platformers was Super Meat Boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, I was trying to get that. Oh, I'm just gonna leave him. Okay.
I'll probably just drop in the middle.
Yeah, I'm totally. At least when I get to, like...
Yeah, and if you go here and just... I don't think you... Can you do it from here? You can.
Yay. Oh, so I feel like they're giving him more lives than the other ones were giving. Like Echo.
More lives.
Like, I'm getting more hearts from when I defeat villains.
Oh, that's what you mean. Sorry. So that's health. Yeah, you're getting more health. Whereas, when you say lives, I was looking at, like, your 4...
No, I meant health, sorry.
It's fine. You can do it downwards as well, don't forget that. Remember, you need to stand a little bit back.
Oh, that's right, thank you. I love the fact he just, like, doesn't jump off.
Yeah, he doesn't want... Well, if he falls off, he probably can't right himself up again. Yeah, so if you just stand back and open fire, like there, because he can't reach you there. There we go. Ooh.
Right.
There we go. Okay. So now is the boss again. Now, I would say, like, while dodging the second thing can be good, focus on dodging these first fireballs. If you stand far enough back, the only one you have to avoid is the very first one. You know?
Oh fuck, I thought he was going to jump further than that. Fuck's sake!
It's okay. You see, when he's right close to you like that, the second one will also nip you in the head.
I know.
He's gonna... There is a pattern to him, though, isn't there?
There is. Okay. Okay, but it's alright. I have like 4 more tries, so I'm good.
Yeah. I do love the visual style of this game, though. What do you think?
Yes.
Like, obviously it's simple, but it's meant to look like the old, like...
Very adorable.
Old NES games. And I think, like, the color palette is really good as well. Okay, you see, you're doing really well there.
Yes, sure. I didn't think if I... Okay. Oh.
Okay, he might... Yeah, okay. So, like, with that one, you should try to jump over it, but yeah, just focus on dodging these ones. And we know he does a second one immediately afterwards, it seems.
Okay. Oh. Oh, okay, but if I run too far into the fire...
Yeah, who would have guessed, right? Running into fire hurts you.
Yeah, I know.
Not to, I wasn't making fun of you. It was just the absurdity of it.
I just for some reason thought that was like a border thing.
Ah. I mean, technically it is.
But I didn't think it mattered if I like ran too close to it. Oh.
So you see, it alternates between 2 and 3.
I know.
He'll do... Yeah, I was going to say he's going to do another one.
Okay.
So again, not too bad, this one. You got him!
Okay, I won.
And you got an achievement.
Okay, I'm guessing that means do I have to get achievement for each, like, character? Oh, now I have the school. Okay.
It'll be interesting to see how much easier or harder this is with him. But in terms of the achievements, I can't actually remember the achievement list off the top of my head. I know, like, completing the campaign once with each gets you an achievement.
Oh, okay.
But, like, each individual level with each doesn't, I don't think.
Okay.
Isn't it nice to be here with him now?
Yeah, but this
is her stage.
This is like her specialty stage.
Well, she could have gone to the train as well, which is his stage.
Okay, I'm doing worse here.
It's okay.
Okay.
Like, you should... Like, I notice you're defaulting to his, like, special
I
ability.
like it.
Yeah. But you should also... Like, that should be your primary one should be that, I think.
Yeah, I think... Actually, for this stage, I might just do that because that's what I was doing with her. It was much easier just to gun them down.
Well, for instance, this guy... Well, actually, I don't know if you could hit him with that one.
I don't know.
There you go.
I feel like the enemies are giving me more hearts than they did when I was with Echo.
Maybe it's a... maybe it's a... what's the term?
Oh, it's too far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, when we were playing Chantilly's, when I was helping guide you through a stage, we basically got no health then, and then you start playing, and all of a sudden you're getting so much health.
True.
Maybe it's something similar to that.
Maybe.
Like, I mean, this is, like, one thing as well, I want to talk about difficulty a bit, I guess, which is, like, some people think I like difficult games for the sake of them being difficult.
No, you like them because of the challenge, no?
Yeah, well, what I want...
Oh!
If they're fair, like...
That thing wasn't taking forever to come to me. Okay.
Like, I really hate unfair games when they're, like, unfairly difficult, you know?
Okay.
Like, for instance, I don't know if you've ever heard of a video game called I Wanna Be the Guy.
No.
But that's an example I would give of, like, an unfair hard game. Because the point of that is to, like, enrage you. Because, like, it gives you all of these insta-kill things. Like, you'll be walking along and this thing will pop out of the ground and kill you instantly. And the only way that you can learn to get past it is by knowing that it is there. But it requires you to die in order to get past it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you can actually... And do you think it's worth trying to get that life?
I think so. Do you want to pick it?
just move on.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna jump. I don't know why I wanted to fight him.
It's okay. Well, he could have dropped health maybe, but...
They never do. These ones.
They don't?
No, only
Trash guy?
Trash guy and the other blue guy. Oh, are they all trash guys? No. So
Nah, they're not all
shield guy too, this guy.
Like, what's his name from Sesame Street who's in the trash can?
Oh, Grouch or something? No.
I have Groucho Marx in my head, which isn't the right... That's not the right person. But you know who I'm talking about.
I do, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's got green and yeah.
Yeah, you're like fighting against him. Is this Sesame Street or is it the Muppets? Which one?
It is Sesame Street.
Yeah, it's right? Yeah.
It's Grouch. I'm pretty sure it's like Grouch is his name.
I mix that up sometimes.
No, he's Sesame Street, alright. I used to love Big Bird and Elmo and stuff as a kid.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, to be fair, like, I'd say most people did.
Oh yeah. I love Bernie as well. I used to be obsessed with Bernie as a child.
Oh. Like, actually, you know what I was obsessed with as a kid was Thomas the Tank Engine.
I like Thomas the Tank Engine, but I was Barney. I was so obsessed with Barney.
Like, as a kid, I think it was like, I liked Barney as a kid, but I was mainly into Thomas the Tank Engine.
Like, no, Barney was like one of my favorite things to watch. But also as a kid, I did apparently watch a lot of anime without realizing, such because of Pokemon.
Well, yeah, same thing with me. I watched Metabots, I watched Digimon and Pokemon,
Metabots,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Metabots, Mega Man.
Duel Masters. I didn't watch Mega Man.
I don't think I watched Mega Man. I watched Mega Man, Metabots, Sonic X is actually an anime.
I didn't watch that one either, but...
it's an anime.
It is an anime, yes. I'm just saying the ones that I did and ones you
yeah.
did. Okay, actually, let's see how easy this guy is compared to... So, like there, for instance...
Oh,
it's going to be tricky with that, you see. You might be able to do it with that, but I think you should just rely on, like, shooting it normally.
Yeah, okay.
But I think you should try using that when he opens his mouth. I think that could do a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah.
Remember, you can double jump.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, but the reason I brought up... Sorry. Eoghan...
Oh, it's a different character in the jail cell for him.
Oh, was it? I wasn't paying too much attention. Maybe that's a character from his game. I haven't actually played any of the Mighty Gunvolt games. Oh, not Mighty Gunvolt. I haven't played any of the Azure Striker Gunvolt.
I think the Gulgal Gun I played, I think, is the one with Echo in it. I think that's the one I've actually played because I'm pretty sure the tentacle monster was in it. I remember a girl in the cage, and I remember that girl with like the grey hair and like the mask. Like, yeah.
It's okay.
Don't even ask why I bought that game. I just wanted it. I don't.
Well, it's very anime, is what it is.
True.
In a very fan servicey way.
Hey, I like fun, stupid things.
Yeah, well, I mean,
just stupid.
A lot of people like fun, stupid things.
It was just a stupid game.
Like, I like a lot of really bad movies that are completely stupid.
Oh, I love. Oh, nothing beats like stupid bad movies. If you know. If a movie's bad, it's okay as long as you go in expecting it to be bad, because sometimes you have the most fun watching those. Yeah, but also it's entertaining. Like, for some of them, like Leprechaun 4 in Space is hilarious. And like when I told you about the Dead or Alive movie years ago. Yeah, you love Dead or Alive movie. Oh, best comedy I've ever seen. Like, look how you did a lot of damage there. Okay, but I'm still. Oh shit. It's okay. I feel like you have more of a chance with him than you did with her. Yeah. Don't forget to double jump. That's something you seem to be forgetting. Yeah, maybe I'm just sorry. I hate platformers now, because it's like a lot of this. But the reason I was bringing up Eoghan, the like what gaming is like for a non-gamer, was that one thing she'd do often is she'd do
like she wouldn't put multiple commands in. Like for instance, if she wanted to move, she would move. But then if she wanted to adjust the camera, she'd stop moving and adjust the camera. She couldn't do both at the same time. You know what I mean?
Shit.
And that I got reminded of that when you weren't sure you could jump and shoot at the same time, remember?
Yeah, it's just awkward. I'm not used to platformers, that's all.
But you're also forgetting you can double jump here.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, technically he can reach more height than the other one, and yet you seem to be struggling to hit these even more.
Yeah, I know! So I'm facing the wrong way. Oh. Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, that was something my sister actually watched a lot of. But it wasn't an anime, it was anime inspired.
I didn't get...
Totally Spies.
Loved Totally Spies!
Like when you said totally there.
I rewatched some of it on Amazon Prime recently.
Is it on there?
Yeah.
Like the originals?
Yeah, Totally Spies. Loved it. Clover, Sam, Alex. Loved Sam. She was my favourite. Not because she was ginger and she wore my favourite colour, which was green. That was probably totally why she was my favourite. But yeah, loved Totally Spies. Winx Club as well.
Yeah, so I was gonna say...
Winx Club is on Amazon Prime too. I've been rewatching some of that as well.
Like, Totally Spies is French, I think.
It is.
And Winx is Italian?
Italian, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And also I think Winx is another thing that was very fashion focused. And so was Totally Spies. I guess, see, when you're a kid, like, I used to write, when I was younger, before I knew what fanfiction was, I apparently wrote Totally Spies fanfiction.
but I presume it was much more tamer than...
Oh, yeah, I was like in primary school and it would be in my copybook and I used to write stories and it involved the Totally Spies. So apparently I was writing fanfiction without knowing it was fanfiction when I was like a kid.
But it's a good thing it wasn't erotic.
Oh, like, no.
If it was erotic fanfiction in primary school, that would be a...
That'd be fucking weird. Sorry my language, I just realised that. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, but I think once you've nailed the hopping mechanic, you're gonna get it.
Yeah. But
like, at least you've beaten one stage so far.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do know, like, I used to, what else? So it was like, what other shows? Like, yeah, because anime wasn't the only cartoons that, like, were around.
Oh, no.
It was like...
Like, SpongeBob, of course. Yeah, they can drop live sometimes.
That never happened.
It's rare, but it does happen. But yeah, so like SpongeBob, obviously, Fairly Odd Parents.
Love her.
Now I know in the past you've not quite ridiculed me, but you were like when I said. But like as a kid, I loved Ed and Eddie.
I never no. Okay, yeah, a lot of people liked Ed and Eddie. I just never did. I just found it disgusting. I didn't like it. I didn't find their humor funny. Even as a kid, I just thought it was disgusting.
Okay.
Did like Recess a lot though.
Oh, Recess was great, and Lloyd in Space. Do you know
I was so sad that technically Lloyd in Space was kind of cancelled. Like they never really finished it.
Yeah.
What other shows? Animated shows?
Actually, here's an interesting fact about Ed and Eddie with me. So, first off, just before I talk about Ed and Eddie, do you know who my first crush was? Like my first character crush.
I thought it was the one from Final Fantasy 6, no?
Not 6, no. 4.
4, that's right, yeah.
Rydia from Final Fantasy 4.
Yeah, I knew it was a Final
But oddly enough, my second crush was... Okay, you probably didn't watch... I think the platform comes in once you've gone off a bit, you see.
Oh.
I think if you just wait there, I think it doesn't come over. But Ed and Eddie, I don't know if you remember they were called like the Canker Sisters.
I do. They were kind of weird.
But the blue-haired one I really liked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought she was really cute. And it turns out, one thing maybe that might have been a factor of it, or maybe it's because of that, I don't know. But there's that thing, what's the thing called again, when you have like half of your fringe goes over like one of your eyes or something like that?
Oh god, I can't think of it right now.
So like, basically your hair would go over one of your eyes.
I know what you were talking about, but I can't remember the name of it, yeah.
But I find that actually surprisingly attractive.
That makes sense, because that's kind of the emo boy hairstyle, so I used to find that attractive when I was like into emo boys.
So like she had that hairstyle, and I wonder, like, I was about to say, oh, I bet it's because I like that, but then I'm thinking to myself, could I like that because she had it?
That's true.
You know, could that have been the origin of it?
I don't know. I think it's weird. You know, I told you my first like crush, didn't I? Like my first like animated crush.
Was it from Sonic X?
No.
Okay, wait. First animated crush. Who?
From like one of my favorite animes as a kid before I knew it was an anime that I used to like.
Oh, was it Ash?
Yeah, Ash Ketchum. I generally thought as a kid I was going to marry Ash Ketchum.
Oh, I know. When I was a kid, I thought I was going to become a Pokemon master.
So did I. I thought I was going to become a Pokemon master and marry Ash Ketchum. I, for some reason, convinced my little child brain that he existed.
Oh, I convinced myself that Pokemon were real as well.
Not creepy because he's 10 and at that time I was less
than
10. So it wasn't creepy. It's creepy if I say it now and I don't. But back in those
when
days.
you first meet Rydia in Final Fantasy IV, she was 6. But I was 6 when I played.
Or you could have been like, even if you were 8 or 9, it would have still been okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, so I would have probably been around 6, I say, 6 or 7, and Ash Ketchum was 10.
Yeah, so he was actually much older for you.
But not really, like wasn't that big of a deal. Like, it was just... But now, obviously, no, I no longer have a crush on the anime character Ash Ketchum.
Thankfully.
I have no crush on adult anime characters like a normal person.
Oh my god, that's a short. That's a short.
Normal person. Yes.
Oh my god, that's too funny. Oh my
Actually,
god.
an example would be when I was a teenager, a lot of the girls, all my friends used to think Sebastian from Black Butler was really attractive. And I didn't. But now that I'm 30, yes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes.
He's got this refined older man feel.
Yes. But when I was like a teenager, I was like, really? He's cool, but no. But now as an adult, I'm like, yes, he is an insanely attractive anime character. I get a crush on the villains more now as well.
Well, the thing with villains is that quite often I found the villains in a lot of things are more interesting than the main character.
They're so hot.
Well, not all of them.
Yeah, but like,
anime villains, maybe.
Hunter x Hunter. Creepy clown. I hate clowns.
Hisoka.
Hisoka, yeah. Even though he's psychotic, I find him very attractive, and so do some of my friends. You don't know why.
Well, first off, like, those abs.
Yeah,
like he's ripped.
Chubby, those abs. What else? What other villains in anime? I'm trying to think. Oh, in Durarara 2, one, I can't remember their names, it's been a couple of years, but it was the two guys that fought each other all the time, where the guy was always throwing, like, foam boots and shit at him, and the other guy was that crazy, the guy that did a lot of, like, crime stuff. The two of them.
You found really hot, was it?
The two of them, yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think now. I don't know if I've ever, like... I mean, I'm sure I must have, but, like, when I got into manga and anime, that was, like, secondary school. And I'm just wondering, would I have ever, like, had what I would consider to be a crush on an anime or manga character?
I don't know. You have to, like... I had definitely a lot of crushes, more crushes when I was younger, because most anime characters are younger.
That is true, yeah. That's something I wish there'd be more adult anime.
There is, they just don't really get animated, or if they do, they don't get, like, dubbed or, like, stuff like that. Or, like, Yuri on Ice. Victor from Yuri on Ice, dear God.
Well, yeah. Well, he's
an adult.
He's young adult, yeah.
Yeah, but
well, would you say early
20s? No?
Early 20s, maybe?
No, I don't know. 20,
or mid 20s. I don't know what age he's.
I think he was mid 20s.
He's definitely in his 20s, though.
Yeah, legal. I'm only 30. That's still legal for me.
Let's not bring legality into this.
No, because I'm saving a girl in a cage from a tentacle monster.
Yeah, that is true, actually. And I'm just thinking.
Oh God.
Like, who would I have had a crush on? There had to have been one.
There's Lydia, you said.
Well, yeah, but that was a video game character, and I was much younger when I had a crush on her.
Okay, true.
Same way with that girl from Ed and Eddie.
True, you were younger. Okay.
But then, like, in middle school, for instance.
I don't get many crushes on anime characters anymore. Like,
I like how I said middle school as if I'm American.
Never mind. No, my most recent one was definitely a couple of years ago with Seven Deadly Sins. Joe, the guy with the white hair and the tight red suit. What's his name again?
I read 2 of the first volumes of the manga. Did he appear in that one?
I only watched the anime.
Okay, I don't know. I can't immediately visualize who you're talking about.
He has like that type of he's hot. But he's not a villain, so that wasn't really him. But he did like yeah. He was,
like I'm racking my brain for anime and manga. Like, were there any that I'd be like, oh man, I'm in love with her? Because like there's a lot of female characters I like, but I like them as characters, not so much like.
Oh, like I still like characters. I just don't get crushes as much as I used to. But I guess that's like definitely more of a kid thing. But then sometimes you might be like, okay, no, that character's really hot, but they're always adults now.
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of different. Having crush versus to get someone's hot, that's kind of different.
Same to me.
Same to you. Like, there's a lot of models that, I'd look at and say, yeah, they're hot, but I don't necessarily have a crush on them,
I don't know. I don't think models are that attractive. I think they're too skinny.
Well, I'm not saying...
I feel like a lot are.
I'm not saying all models are. But, like, you're going to watch them and, like, they're gorgeous. Someone... Like... There was a YouTuber, Dark Jedi maybe? I'm not sure exactly who it was. You remember how I was saying I was watching some Star Wars recently?
Yes.
Well, they were doing like a meme thing of like, they were like, because I don't know how much you remember from the second Star Wars, like Attack of the Clones.
Oh god, it's been a while.
That's the one that has the really bad love story between Anakin and Padme, remember? But... with regards to that, it's like they were like, oh, like you have this, guy who's like a teenager because I think he's 19 in it, and he hasn't seen a woman in 10 years, and it's like you've got to protect this one, and don't develop any emotions, and then it shows like Natalie Portman like in like a model pose. It's like, okay, I mean, yeah, that was never gonna. That was never going to work now, was it?
I walked too far. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's like... I don't know. It's... Yeah, I think live action is different than anime. I think it's much easier to find someone attractive if it's live action because... I don't know.
Because they're real?
Yeah, I guess.
In terms of animation, like again, like I'm thinking of like other characters. Like, I love The Legend of Korra. But, like, I've never had a crush on Korra. I just loved her as a character.
Zuko. I used to have a massive crush on Zuko from the first one.
Oh, he is that emo kind of guy.
But it wasn't when he first came. It's when he cut rid of that horrible, like, ponytail and, like, had his hair... Yeah.
When did he do that? Was it, like, the second season?
It was, like, after he... him and his uncle were in hiding from the Fire Nation and his sister and his dad because... Was
that season 3?
I think it was season 3 or later season 2. I can't remember. It's very long.
It has been a while since I've seen, like, the original Avatar series.
Because I do know his sister... I don't think his sister came into season 2. I think she was in season 1. Or she...
That might be right. Or if she was in season 1, they'd have mentioned her, maybe not seen her.
They mentioned... she's been mentioned. She was always mentioned. I will say that she was like always mentioned through the entire time. Yeah, but I don't think I had a crush on anybody in Korra. Actually, no. Sammy and Korra. I'm not a lesbian, but them, the two of them,
make a perfect couple.
Because Mako was a fucking idiot. And I guess I think my favorite character was actually, my favorite character, I think you know who my favorite characters were in Korra. I can't remember if you remember though.
Give me one second.
It wasn't like they weren't the main characters at all. It was a duo, and they weren't the main characters. They were like comedy relief.
It's not like those two twins from like.
It was the salesman guy and his assistant.
Oh.
They were so funny. They were my favorite.
Wow. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they were my favorites. They just showed up with random things. He was like, the tea! And she was like, come out with a pot of tea. Yeah, it was just, they were funny.
Yeah. They were great, yeah.
They were my favorite characters, actually.
God, I need to get the new Korra comic. I have the first Korra comic,
but
really? I haven't actually gotten the second one.
I just realised my health was full. I didn't need that, but oh well.
Well, you got points for it, which if you get enough points, you get an extra life, you see. So that's why you'd want to collect points. It's not just for like a vanity issue.
Okay, how much points do you need to get an extra life?
I'm not sure. Maybe 10,000?
Oh, but I already have over 10,000.
Yeah, you got an extra life, right? But didn't you start off with 2?
Oh.
So... I'm not sure, we could check next time.
I can't remember. I know I got one from...
Did you?
I got one from fighting an enemy.
Did you start with 2 or 3? I thought it was 2.
Oh no. We'll check in a bit. We'll check it. If I die again, we'll check. Probably will die again.
You're gonna get this though, I believe in you. Eventually. Those guys you should just hop over. I don't think you have enough time to actually shoot and kill them. Like...
Wait, okay. These, I just jumping at these things.
Yeah, you are struggling with them, oddly enough.
Okay. Too bad that you can't heal. Healing would be nice. Healing.
That actually applies to most Mega Man games, though. Well, maybe not most. Actually, so in some of the later Mega Man games, they actually brought in what's called E-tanks. And they're like things you can fill up beforehand with energy, and you can like use them to heal yourself in battle.
And I died.
But you have to prepare yourself like in advance.
Okay.
Know what I mean? But the early Mega Man games, they did not have that.
I'm shaking my hand when they do this. Right.
Oh my god.
Don't ask me how I did that.
That was crazy.
It was, wasn't it?
Sorry, I was speechless for a bit.
Yeah. I did this. Oh.
But can you... Oh, you can.
If I aim it properly.
Oh,
Okay.
but stand over there. Yeah, do it there. And if you... Oh, I don't know if you can reach him with that, though. It's too far away.
Okay. No, I have to do... I'll have to do this now. If I start it here... Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, no! Shit.
Oh, God. I'm doing the tight chest thing again.
I'm not gonna get this lucky again! Oh my god, no!
Remember, you can double jump.
I know. Shit, I turned. I'm gonna wait for him to hit. And then do a double jump. Okay. I jumped into it!
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
God.
Okay, I got really lucky because the vines were on the ground, and that's how I was able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, again.
Oh, man, you're so close.
Oh.
Wow, you actually...
Oh, I meant to go
yeah,
to the
why
corner,
did you...
but I don't know why. I was stupid.
So from this angle, you could have...
Oh, I jumped over, correct. Okay.
You did it, like, from this angle or something, didn't you?
Yes! There, got that one. And then I'm not turning the right way.
But I don't see how you can hit him up there.
I didn't. I did. I think they were like on the ground. Or
Both
he was,
of them.
I think they were. And because then when I hit him, he was already in the tack, so it went straight to hitting his mouth.
Okay. Just before you... actually, wait now.
We'll just...
I'll wait until...
Yeah, we'll wait. Nah. Okay.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Oh, but... okay, do it and then keep it held, because you're going to get a bit closer. No! Okay, that was good.
Oh, okay, turn the wrong way. That was a risk. I took that risk. Okay.
Oh, God. Okay, and... yeah, you're really struggling to hit these guys, which is interesting because you have double jump.
I know, I just find it awkward. Okay. I have one more chance.
And I would love to see you play Ori and the Blind Forest.
Why?
That is a gorgeous game, really good, but it is quite difficult.
Oh, okay, I didn't do it that time.
And why you?
So no, I'm doing it wrong again. Don't ask me why.
It's okay. And then, yeah.
Throw it in the corner, no.
Okay. You take quite a bit of damage from doing that, though. But
Ah, shit.
you were going down there.
I know, that was an error.
It's gonna be hard. Can you hit him with that? I don't know if you. Okay. You see, there's so much setup there. That's why.
Yeah, that's why it was actually perfect if I did the other times because I'm already doing it.
Yeah. So you just absolutely did a ton of damage there.
That's why I would love to recreate that again.
Well, what you could do actually, if you could get rid of the one up on the wall first, you could take down the other one with that, and then you'd be able to absolutely wreck.
And I just did, so I have to do this all over again.
Okay, one thing I'd like to just check. I just want to teach you how to properly double jump.
Okay.
Just before you progress, because I think that could help.
Okay.
A lot of this stuff comes down to the basics.
I was pressing square because of Chantley.
It's okay. Yeah, I know. It can be confusing going between games.
Okay.
Okay, so what you want is a full jump. Just press. Yeah, do you see? So you hold at, and then you hit it and hold it again.
Oh, okay. Oh, see. Okay. I'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, it just takes practice. You know what I mean?
Yay.
Oh, that was a good conversation topic.
I only had 3. I say I start with a 3.
Oh, okay, I'm wrong then.
It must be 20,000.
Maybe. I feel like I remember getting life by getting points. That's how a lot of these older games worked. Like, actually, have you ever heard of Ninja Gaiden?
Yes, I have. My friends used to love it, so I watched some of them play it. And also, isn't Ayane from Dead or Alive in Ninja Gaiden? No?
But when you say you watched people play it,
my friends had it.
are you talking about the 3D versions, the ones that were made for Xbox?
I think so, yeah.
Because I'm talking the original NES.
No.
Okay. But that's a game I think where you got more lives because what would happen in that one is if you lost all of your lives, you go back to the very beginning of the game.
Oh god,
That's how a lot of early games worked. Like if you played even like the older Sonic games, they're easier compared to some other ones. But if you lose all your lives, you go right back to the beginning of the game.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, it was a way to like get value back then, you see, because
true. I guess games were kind of shorter there.
Very short, yeah, and they were expensive.
Games are still expensive. I actually think games are more expensive than they used to be.
Well, they're more expensive in our lifetime, that is true. But back then, I think they were saying like your average game would be the modern equivalent of like $110 or something.
Wow.
Because of inflation.
I remember when the Spyro remaster came out. I think I told you that. I pre-ordered it, but I was at work, I think, when it came out. And I asked my dad, hey, when you finish work, can you pick it up for me? It's already pre-ordered, it's already paid for. You just have to like go in with my GameStop card and just give it to them and they would find the pre-order on it. And my dad said okay, and he went and got it and he came home and he was like, because it was paid for, but he saw the receipt and he was like, it was €80.
It was?
No, it wasn't. It was €50. It was €50.
Oh, okay, €50.
And he was like, Kathlynn, the game was €50. That's really dear. And I was like, no, that's really cheap.
Well, really
like,
cheap might be an exaggeration.
To me, it is because I think games are like 80 now, and I just died. Of course, I did.
Well, it depends. Like, I don't tend to buy games at full price in general, just because I have so many lined up.
Do you were aware of that already?
Yeah, like a lot of if I'm likely to buy a game at full price, it'll be because they're like starting out pretty cheap. Like, for instance, A Hat in Time. I don't know if you've heard of A Hat in Time.
I have heard of it, yeah.
That like brand new was $27.99.
That's very cheap.
And you get a really good 3D platform out of it.
Yeah, like I do remember like telling my dad like games are about €80 upwards normally.
Yeah.
And like, and when I'm looking back, I think when I got like Final Fantasy X, I'm pretty sure it was only like €35.
But also, that wasn't brand new at the time.
No, it wasn't. But I think every game I used to buy was only around 30 to 40. Like games, I remember, because I bought Persona 4 when it came out, and I'm pretty sure Persona 4 was like 50 or something.
50 makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Then again, yeah.
And that was for a new game.
I don't know how it works. Like, I guess if you'd like tracked like. How
and that
much
was also that game. I'm pretty sure Persona 4 was definitely 80 hours plus.
Oh, Persona 4 is such a big game.
Of gameplay, and that wasn't Golden. That was like.
Yeah, Golden had more content.
And then with Golden, you were probably looking more like 90 hours plus with Golden. If you wanted to go for everything. Like,
yeah, like what was the new stuff in Golden? You had that new.
You had the extra character, and there was a couple of extra scenes because of that new character, and there was that extra dungeon. Yes.
You had a new social link, right? Not just with her, but with a policeman, right?
Yes, you did. You did have a new social link with that police person as well.
Yeah.
So you had 2 social links. So yeah, so it was a longer game, but it was already a long game. It was about €50. I'm pretty sure it was 50. Could have been 55, and that was new out at the time. I remember, because I remember it being
out the sides.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking and I just got distracted. I remember it being a new game because it took up an entire. So it was like around the time where GameStops, where they had the entire wall was full of like the same. It's like different now where they only have like 1 or 2 out and be like, just bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
But all of the discs were like on the wall, and that just showed how many were left. Do you remember those days? It was.
I have a vague idea of it. I remember when I was younger, I misunderstood.
Oh shit!
No. Okay.
Okay, I have a second chance to do it. Okay.
But when I was younger, you know how in GameStops they would have they'd have it numbered like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That was to show what was best selling.
That was on the. I remember that being there. It was like there, and it was like. But I remember it was new because it took up like an entire wall, and that's how I remember Persona 4 being very new out at the time.
But when I was younger, I misunderstood it as a kid. I actually thought it meant that was the best games.
Oh.
Obviously, that was completely wrong.
Yes.
But in my mind, I was like,
oh, sweet.
Yeah, if you. Okay, make sure you get. No! Ah. Did you let go or did you get hit?
I got hit.
You got hit. Like how we gasped at the same time.
Okay.
Just.
Ah, so close.
All you have to do is hit it twice. All you have to do is hit it twice. You don't even need to
Shit.
Yeah, just stay out of the way. Jump. All you have to do is take.
Oh, heck. I knew they were too kind to me.
Oh God. No, I don't risk that at all.
Yeah.
Because you can't dodge if you do that.
And I died.
Oh.
No. Okay, and I only have one more try. Okay.
Oh man, that went so well though.
I know, my thumb is really sore. But but I remember, so games were very cheap when we were younger compared to now. I don't know why I did that. I jumped too soon.
It's okay. Well, they were comparatively cheap, I should say. If we take inflation into account, maybe...
True.
I don't know, I haven't tracked, how much inflation-wise, is this compared to today or something.
I don't know. It's like... I just know games now, I think, €80 plus for a new game.
Yeah.
That isn't indie.
But, what I was... I remember Jim Ryan. Do you know Jim Ryan?
Oh shit. What does he do?
He's the head of PlayStation.
Okay, yeah.
He was talking before about, video game prices. And he was like, compared to movies and everything else, video games represent the best value in terms of, and he was like, that's why they should be priced more. And I was like, on one hand, I get what you're saying. If you get a really big game, compared to a movie.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, Persona 3 Portable is on Steam for 20 quid. Okay, I get it's portable, they did get rid of a lot of the cutscenes and I am frustrated with it. But you still get all that gameplay for €20, and I think they priced it too low.
But
personally, even though they got rid of the cutscenes, which is annoying, for the amount of time you get from the game, they priced it too low.
But one thing that I also go back to, you see, is that there is a difference in someone's head of like paying a large sum up front as opposed to paying a small amount. Like even if the small amount ends up being more expensive, like just having a big flat sum up front can be off-putting. Like I remember when we were talking.
But like €20 is still really low.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the €80.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember. Do you know the manga Battle Angel Alita?
Yes, I've heard of it. Yeah.
So there's a box set you can get of it, and the box set represents the best value for it. It's like about £100.
Okay.
That's for like was it 9 volumes, which is across 6 hardback like large like volumes. Like it's a very special edition, and like from a value perspective, yes, that is the best. But I remember talking to someone about it, and when I told them it was 100, they were very like, ooh, you know.
No, wait. It's 100 volumes. It's €100 for how many volumes?
So it would have been 9 originally in Japanese, but I think the way they re-released it, they did 6 volumes with like, you know, each was a volume and a half long.
I personally.
And it was like this high.
€100 for an entire manga series? No, I don't think that's bad at all.
Yeah, but I think there is something to do with like that upfront cost.
I think you need to. I think if you're very new into those kind of hobbies, I think yeah. But if you're a person like we've been collecting manga, anime for years, I would say that's perfectly reasonable.
Oh yeah, it is perfectly reasonable.
As in, I actually think that's a steal.
Because they're hardback and they're massive.
Oh,
as well.
they're also hardback. Okay, yeah, no, that's a steal.
Yeah, and they're this big in terms of like trim size.
Yeah, like. Yeah, so, yeah, like, no, that's a steal. My guess is, like, it depends how into a hobby you are, because Lego, I think, is, like, insanely overpriced. Now, I love playing with Lego myself, but, like, when you don't...
Oh, yeah.
But then people buy it, like...
Well, when I was a kid, Warhammer was a thing I was really into.
Oh, yeah, I never said on this channel, but, you know, I'm into, like, doll collecting, and I, like, collected Monster High dolls, and, like...
Do you want to cut this out, or...?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
If you want to add it in, you can. Up to you.
Okay.
I collect them, and like they can be really expensive if you get collector ones. And people,
of course.
And I remember being at work, and one of the new Monster High doll like collector dolls dropped, and I can't remember which one it was, but it was going to be about €80, and that included the shipping from the US to America. Now, obviously, then I'd also have to pay import. So I think normally when I buy them, they're about the entire total is a little bit over 100. With import and shipping and everything. But people I remember one of the lads, I was like, because they would sell out within like 2 or 3 minutes sometimes, not always. The most recent one didn't sell out because not many people wanted it.
Which one was that?
It was the new Frankie. She just wasn't as pretty. She sold, I don't even know if she sold out yet. She hadn't sold out in nearly a week, I'm pretty sure. I got her. But I remember I bought like one, I remember when I brought the Honkin' Tour Dracula, she sold out in under 3 minutes.
Wow. Well, I was thinking more of the Disney ones. Like
the Disney ones are really expensive. They're 130.
They're the ones you really talk to me about.
Yeah, but they don't sell out as fast sometimes, depending on the collection. Like the most recent collection not many people liked it. So, but then their 16-inch dolls do sell out faster.
Oh, Kathlynn. Sorry, I'm getting excited.
I know.
Oh, wrong way.
Wrong way. Oh shit! Okay, but
sorry, yeah. I'm sorry for cutting in, but this is so close.
But no, but basically, I remember one of the lads at work was saying I paid €80 for a doll.
Oh yeah, they must have been flabbergasted.
They thought that was ridiculous, and they were like, "Who pays that for a doll?" And I was like, "Well, clearly a lot of people, since they sell out in like 3 minutes."
Yeah.
Heck. A lot of people do.
Well, that's the thing, demand,
yeah.
Like,
so it depends, but like people listening to, if anyone listens to this, they're probably like, "Is she bad?" No. Like I said, the Beetlejuice dolls I bought, if I want to buy them now, they're about over 300 on eBay. When I only paid, with import and everything and shipping, I only paid about like just about 110 in total, I think.
Yeah, but also think of all those little like figurines that people collect sometimes. Like I'm not even talking about
figures. One of my friends is really really into pop figure collecting.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about pop figures. I'm talking about the more traditional, like something your grandmother might have collected.
It's like, I know.
Ceramic.
It's like my Precious Moments figures. I'm pretty sure in the States, the Precious Moments figures, they're like old figures from like the 80s or something, or 60s. And they've been stuff their grandparents had. They're like really popular, and some of them are worth loads of money.
Yeah, but I bet they were also really expensive.
At the time, but I think now if you go to thrift stores, they're to be cheaper.
Yeah.
But you can sell them online
For a lot.
For a lot of money.
Yeah. And I'm just saying there, like, that's the same thing. It's because you collect it and because it makes you happy.
Yeah, like, it's like Lego. It's like, there's always going to be a community, like, so, like, I know I go into Smith's to buy, like, the Playline dolls, because I collect those too. Now, they're cheaper, and I do take those out of box. But sometimes, like, staff would tell me what they collect. Like, I know one person at our local Smith's is really into Lego. Oh, God, another girl is really into, like, all those blind box stuff, like, the mini brands.
Oh, yeah.
And they just, like, it's interesting just hearing what they tell me they collect, because people just collect
like, I actually have a couple of Overwatch blind boxes over here.
Yeah, like, it's just really
They were reduced, and it was like, well, you know, if they're $2.50, then
yeah, like, sometimes, like, yeah, blind box stuff can be fun.
The risk, of course, is you get the same thing.
Oh, yeah, like, I was in Smith's recently, and I bought a blind box thing when I was looking to see if they had, like, the new Rainbow High dolls in, and they didn't at that time. They did the 2 weeks later. But when I went in, I was like, oh, blind box stuff. And I was like, I never had these before. I never did one. So I was like, yeah, why not do it? So I got a Miraculous Ladybug one with the Karamis.
Oh! Okay, just be careful. Sorry.
I know. I actually have a good bit of health though, so I'm slightly more confident.
I wouldn't even like risk you using that move because you're very vulnerable when that happens, you know?
True.
I just focus on shooting because you just do 2 shots in his tonsil, he's dead. Know what I mean?
True. You gotta be kidding me. The game hates me.
Caitlin.
What?
You hit each of them once. Hit it! Hit it! Oh my god, you did! You actually went for the special move. I just wanted you to shoot twice.
Because I knew with jumping I would be.
Oh my
too bad
god!
at that.
Oh my god!
Okay, sorry, that took a very long time.
Sorry. Oh my god! Like,
how many levels are there?
There aren't that many. Can you go right or does
No,
it stop?
let me. Okay.
From what I remember, there might be 5 in like the story levels.
Oh, okay, grand. Okay, so that means we have like 3 left. Oh, my thumb is killing me. Okay.
Do you want to take a break?
No, we'll keep going. I'm in the zone now.
Oh, when I was playing Celeste, actually, my thumb, like after I'd spend like 2 hours, like doing a couple of stages, like you can't destroy these.
Oh, I can't?
Nah. These are like, actually, those guys are real throwbacks to Mega Man. Oh, health! Remember what I was teaching before? Hold and then jump again. Like that. You see? You can do it very closely. Look, can I show you at least?
Yeah, okay.
So look, this is how you do it.
Okay, you did it look good.
But did you see what I did there? Or did you not?
No.
Oh, God.
Attacked for me, I tricked you.
Oh! Oh, man. There we go. Okay.
Okay. Now, ladders.
I don't know what it is about platformers that, like, really wears out the tongue. Is it because of all, like, the rapid, like, movement?
I think so, yes.
You really need to... There we go.
Okay.
Because you see, your one would have had to get there by floating, you see. Unless you think you can take him down. Caitlin, that was amazing.
Yay, got me. I love the fact how he falls, like, super slowly.
Yeah. Oh, you can make that jump. Okay, cool. Go back and...
Did you make it?
Yeah, okay. So should I...
How do we do it?
Look,
So, like...
look closely now. Actually, don't just trick me now. So, jump, jump.
Okay. I hope I can do that. I don't know if I can.
But so what I did there, you see, like I left a little bit of a gap between the two jumps. You see,
Okay.
because you are very quick to like. Oh yeah, but these guys.
Oh wow, they just like.
But if we play Mega Man, those guys are exactly in Mega Man.
Oh.
And you can kill this guy with the special. See?
Ah.
Like
I can't go that way. I'm guessing.
I do literally think he is like way easier than you want. Although theoretically, if you can get like a floating robot guy following you as you want, that could be huge.
I know. Actually, maybe that's what they expect you to have for.
Do you see? You're doing too like quick between the two jumps. You see? Just like leave a little bit more of a gap between the two clicks. You see?
Ah, yeah, I already died. Where does it go? Oh, it drops you back to the beginning. Okay.
Well, we're making progress anyway, and we've had some amazing conversations.
Yes, we did.
Like, I can't get over that. Well, I mean, I won't actually say it again in case people want to.
Oh, sugar, he respawned. I hope he wouldn't.
Actually, that's how a lot of these older games did. Like, if you walked off screen even a little bit.
I got there.
Perfect. Are you leaving a little bit more of a gap between the two?
I did a run jump, which I think I find easier.
Okay. Well, if that works, that works. I don't know if it'll work for everywhere though. You see. But like, actually, another big one. How much do you know about Castlevania?
Not much.
Okay. Did you ever watch the like? It's not an anime; it's anime inspired, but it was done by Netflix and a Castlevania TV series.
Oh, I haven't watched it, but I've heard of it. Yes.
And a lot of people really love it. I haven't actually watched it myself yet, but Anime Limited were doing a sale. I think it was last, like the Christmas sale or something, maybe. And they had the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray for like pretty cheap. Okay. So I was like, why not? I haven't actually watched them yet because in my mind it's like I kind of want to wait until I have all 4 seasons. But the thing is, like, it's probably going to be ages. It was like a year and a half between that took Anime Limited to release 1 and 2. Like, so I don't know. But the other thing actually,
I'm trying to see. He doesn't do the jumping is weird.
But the other thing is you're hesitating in the middle. You see, you're stopping in the middle. You got to you got to double jump as like without slowing down.
Okay. Yeah. It's fine. My health's full anyway.
Well, it's not quite full. Look, do you want me to show you again?
No,
or?
no, I'll get the hang of it. No.
Okay, you're almost.
After.
Okay, so this. No, it wasn't this room. Sorry, I thought it was this room. Is it the room next room? Or?
I don't know. Could be.
Yeah, it was
this
room.
one. Oh.
You gave Mighty not Mighty Gunvolt. I guess he's just Gunvolt. Azure Striker Gunvolt.
Sweet.
And now you can get an extra life if. Do you see? You're starting to get the double jumping a bit.
Okay. Oh fuck.
But that seems to be a major issue, which is when you're doing the double jump, you're actually like you're freezing in spot.
It's not used to platformers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Well, to be fair, you got the first 2 levels done, which is already pretty big.
For me, yes.
You want to check up the achievements actually, because you didn't get an achievement for doing that second level.
I don't know. We'll do it in a bit.
I can't remember the achievement list. I definitely remember, like, the one that I remember most clearly is that you get an achievement for beating the campaign with each character. And there may be, like, an achievement then that's like, beat the game with all 3 characters, So that would be 4 achievements total.
There was 12 achievements total.
Yeah. So there's definitely more. We know one of them was beat the first stage.
Yes.
But was it just the first stage, like complete your first stage, or was it?
I think it was just the first stage. I must be just complete the first stage. But I got a specific trophy that had to do with the one I beat. Like the picture was.
Maybe it's beat the train with him. So maybe beat the school with her. Maybe.
That's probably what it is. Actually, yeah, you're most likely right.
Like. With this, actually, I've written about it. I don't know if I've spoken about it yet here. My policy on achievements, which is that, like, I break achievements up into 4 categories. I've spoken to you many times about this, but I don't think I've mentioned this in a video, right?
No. Go on.
So I break achievements up into 4 categories, which is short and fun, long and fun, short and not fun, and not like long and not fun. And I do 3 of those categories, which is like if first off, I don't really feel like I need to explain myself when it comes to the 2 fun ones. It's like if they're fun, I don't know if it's worth killing him.
No, it's probably not. I was gonna get points, but
oh, this is a good one actually. This will teach you a real classic like platforming like gimmick.
oh, when the blocks appear.
Yeah.
At least they respawned. Okay.
What was I saying anyway? Oh, so
Fuck.
my mindset is if it's short and not fun, I may as well.
Oh.
You know, like there was one there was one achievement like that in Celeste actually. Most of the achievements were super fun.
Okay, I died. Go on.
But
Here, okay.
there was one achievement which was like so basically you collect strawberries in it. And when like those are your collectibles and you don't get this like strawberry doesn't get counted towards you like towards your total until like you've reached solid ground for a little bit.
Oh, I'm not getting points anymore from collecting those.
That is odd.
Is it because I already collected them?
Maybe. Like, oh yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. But so there was an achievement that get a 1-up. Now, Celeste is infinite lives, so you'd be wondering yourself, well, what point is a 1-up? And it turns out you get a 1-up by collecting 6 strawberries at once.
Okay.
And it was just kind of, I don't know, what it meant was you had to run around with the strawberries just floating behind you and not collect them. And it was just kind of a weird one. Like all of the other achievements, I don't think any other achievement in the game I didn't find like particularly enough fun. Everything else I think was really fun. But that one was like an example of, this wasn't particularly fun, but it's short, may as well do it. You know what I mean?
True.
Whereas if we take, like, actually a good example, I use this example a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I do this is because I made a bit of a mistake with it. You know Ni no Kuni?
Yes.
So the first game...
I had the first game, I haven't played it, I've actually played the second one.
Have you completed the second one?
No, I game hopped.
But I know you in, like, Tales games and Adler games, you get those done.
And Final Fantasy, except the last one, because I really didn't like it.
But wait, no, you didn't get Final Fantasy 7, like,
oh, no.
not the remake,
no,
but like
I
the...
got the remake, yes, too.
And you didn't get Final Fantasy 9 done?
No, or 8, yeah. I have them.
Wait, did you play 8?
I have it, but I haven't played it yet, no. Well, for fuck's sake, game. No. Ow. Okay. This is my last chance, I'm not going to get this. Yeah, you said I could complete this.
Well, you have a chance. As I said, it's a really short game if you like are good at platforming.
Yeah, I'm glad I picked Chantilly's first now.
I said there was a chance of you completing it, remember?
Yeah, it's true.
I think I even used the word unlikely. Like you were unlikely to complete it. Right?
True.
You're still not leaving enough time between the two.
But I can't because I'm doing this so fucking fast. Okay, but I'm still not going to win this because I have now 1 life to do the boss on.
Okay. In this situation then, the way you should be looking at it is if you think you can't defeat the boss because you only have 1 life, you should at the very least get to the boss and see what they're about.
Yeah.
What kind of moves do they have? What do they look like? You know, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so Ni no Kuni, back to Ni no Kuni.
I can't get any more points. This should not giving me any more
That
points.
is odd. I don't know. Is it a bug or is it just is that intended? But Ni no Kuni. So I played Ni no Kuni many years ago on the PS3, and I did quite enjoy it. But you know, I was like everyone was talking about how it was brilliant, and I was like, is it brilliant? It doesn't seem as brilliant to me as it would be. And then I played it on PC recently because it was cheap enough to get. And I was like, this is actually better than I remember. Like, really fun. And I was like, you know what I want to do? I'll 100% this game because I didn't do everything when I had on PS3.
Oh.
Oh, actually, before I finish that.
Oh, he's like, this is like another... Oh, what the...
Another chap. So you can destroy those eggs and those guys will come out.
Okay.
So remember, you'll have to jump over, and then those guys will come zooming at you, yeah, so you just... So jump. Oh, actually, wait, I would have been wrong.
Oh.
Then you just run to the egg.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll give this level one more try. This is the lab.
We might need to finish up after you give this last shot.
Yeah.
But just to finish off with Ni no Kuni anyway, so I was like, I'll do everything that I didn't do. I'll get 100%. And for the most part, that actually worked out really well. There was a few, like, there was a super boss in it, for instance, that was quite fun to fight. And everything. But there were 2 achievements in the game that actually ended up being excruciating. One was to get 90% of all familiars.
Okay.
And the other was to do 90% of the items from the alchemy pot.
Okay.
And at first, 90%, that doesn't sound too bad. But what that ended up being was hours upon hours of, like... Farming and also relying on RNG. Like, waiting for, like, certain monsters to show up, hoping that certain monsters drop certain things.
Yeah.
Like, it actually turned out to be quite an excruciating experience. And, like, I don't necessarily regret it, but I do wish that I just left those 2 achievements alone. The reason I didn't was because by the time I realized how tedious it would be, I had already made a ton of progress in it, you know?
I know what you mean.
So, I was like, okay, I must finish it now. But, yeah, so that would be an example, like, for most people out there, like, if you're going to play Ni no Kuni, definitely play it. It's a great game. Definitely recommend it. But leave those last 2 achievements. Do everything else. Everything else is fun. But just leave those 90% ones alone. Because they're just very tough to get. They require, like, it's one thing if it was a skill issue, but it's another that it's so RNG reliant. Like, sometimes you need rare monsters that drop rare materials. And in those situations, it's excruciating. It's hard enough to even find these monsters, let alone have them, like, drop, like, a specific item. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. Like, yeah, it's like...
And that's another thing, like, a lot of people complain about random encounters in video games. I'm usually okay with them.
I don't mind them. It depends if I'm just, like... I don't know. It depends what I'm doing in the game.
But the one time that I kind of get annoyed by random encounters is when, like, for instance, I think the first time that this ever happened was when I was getting
Go on.
all but one achievement in Final Fantasy 13-2. There's an achievement for fighting every monster in the game. Like, finding every one of them.
Okay.
Also, I heard that little squeak of mortification.
Yeah, wait, 2 minutes. Ah!
You didn't double jump there.
No, and okay, I just did. I knew it was going to die. Okay, at least it's here.
So, like, the problem there, you see, is when it's random encounters, if you're looking for a specific monster, that can be frustrating.
Oh, I'm getting the points again, so, like, last...
Yeah, but you also haven't reached the point total that you had last time, which was like 19,000 something.
True, we'll see.
But the point anyway is that, like, you know, that can be a bit annoying if you're in an area and you keep killing monsters over and over because you're waiting for this one specific monster to show up.
Yeah.
And in that case, it would be better to just have the monsters all out in the open. But generally, like, I like the idea of the random encounter, which is, like, you don't know what you're going to face. And it's meant to be, like, almost like an ambush. Like, you don't... Like, it's like you're walking along, and then all of a sudden you're attacked by this random monster you didn't even see, you know?
True. It's like, I think it depends, though. Because, like, I think there's advantages and disadvantages of it.
Of course there are.
I think it's better when it's... You can see them, like, as a... Like, it's like Persona, I think, does it really well. Where you see them, but you don't know what you're getting, so it's still kind of like a surprise.
Well, Final Fantasy 13-2 does that as well.
It does, yes.
And the problem there is that there's some monsters that never show up on the field. They'll only show up in certain groups of enemies.
True.
That's when it gets, like... You can use the power thing to...
do that there. Yeah.
But that's when it gets frustrating. You know what I mean? Like, most of the time it's okay. So yeah, like, there are, like, obviously, like, random encounters can be really fun, but, like, if you're looking for specific things, that's when it's annoying. Like, actually, you know, another situation where random encounters was a bit annoying was Did you ever, when playing Final Fantasy X, do all of the Fiend Arena stuff?
No.
So that basically ends up requiring you to collect 10 of every single creature in all of Spira.
I remember I was like, nah, I'm good, thanks.
I wrote this mental list I had, because one thing that's a bit of a problem is it doesn't tell you how many of the monsters you have. Oh, okay. When you capture them. Okay, so when he comes at you like that, jump.
Oh, okay.
And then the egg just rapid fire into it. Okay, they're gonna come at you in a moment, just okay. Jump!
Oh. I don't know what attack he's gonna do.
Well, so far he's only done 2 attacks, which is either throw eggs or come across the screen. You know what I mean? Jump.
Okay.
Now, he might have an extra move after a while, but... Okay, at least you got one of them down. Okay, jump. Because I think if he disappears, it means he's going to come in at the side, you see.
Oh. Oh, me.
So, for instance, he didn't disappear there, so he threw the...
Oh, okay.
This guy seems a lot easier than the other bosses.
Yeah, he is... Oh, fuck.
I genuinely believe you can beat this guy without much issue.
I think I can too.
If it's just these 2 attacks, then... Jump!
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh. Oh!
Don't ask me how I'm doing this.
Jump! Oh, shoot. Okay, he's doing a new move!
Ah!
I knew he was going to do a new move eventually, but even that didn't seem too bad.
No,
It's
okay.
just
I'm not back to the beginning. Okay.
I think he can do this.
I think so too.
Jump!
Oh.
When he disappears, at this point at least, you gotta jump.
Haha.
Jump!
Oh.
Jump! What was that jump?
I don't know.
Okay, be careful. Jump! Does that help if I say jump?
Maybe. Yes.
Jump! Now at some point here, he's gonna disappear and jump!
Oh, shit.
And, he's gonna do something different, you see.
Yeah, it's...
Which is why I'm hesitating now to actually say jump.
Doesn't waste that.
It's okay. Okay, he's still doing that, okay. He might... Yeah, okay, just dodge.
Shit. And I ran it. Oh, what?
Okay, shoot! Oh, he's gonna do it again, okay. I think you have to...
Fuck.
You have to jump between them, you see.
Yeah, okay. Okay, it's grand. I still have 2 more tries. I think that's 2, right?
Yeah. So, the first part of him is really easy. That last bit is a little trickier.
Okay.
You should always try to be in the middle, I think, for this first part.
Yeah, actually, because the middle suits because he drops the eggs. So I can easily get rid of the eggs. Just swing him around.
So, jump.
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 Oh, shit.
Okay, you didn't jump high enough.
Eggs.
Okay. Jump! Because the other thing I'm afraid of is saying jump too early, you see.
I know.
Because I feel like you're going to jump when I say jump.
No, I know. I watch out for it.
Jump!
Okay, no, I don't too late there.
Jump!
When he does this, when you know, I think I know.
It's near the end when he has low amount of health. That's when he does the, the turbo move. And actually with the turbo move, you want to go... Wait, did you want to go left or right, actually, with that one?
Depends.
Jump! Because they come across, I think, the same way all the time.
Do his turbo move. Oh, he's not. Wait, what?
You got him!
without him doing his turbo move. That's so weird. Okay,
that was part luck, but we
Yeah.
also kind of nailed down that first phase.
Yeah, actually, he was the easiest one. Out of all
Yeah, I
of
think
them.
of all those bosses, that was the easiest boss. Okay, so
there's only 2 more.
yeah, but we'll probably call it here for the moment.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll be calling here today, folks. I think for someone who isn't typically a platformer,
Yeah.
I think Kathlynn did a pretty good job today.
And my hand, well, my hand is really sore now. And I was gonna go home and play Persona 3 a bit more.
Well, Persona 3 is a bit more relaxing, I
I
think.
guess. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Your hands will recover.
Yeah.
Don't worry. So yeah, you'll be able to beat the first 3 stages of Mighty Gunvolt.
Yeah,
And-
it's challenging.
And I mean, what are your thoughts on the game so far?
I'm enjoying it. Even though it is challenging, I don't know if you noticed, I am enjoying it.
Yeah.
now.
So yeah, hopefully it'll be I think next time we come down here, I think you'll be able to beat it no problem.
I think I can finish it. I don't know if I'll do the extra stages.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that closer to time.
But I will definitely finish the story.
Excellent, yes. So in that case, hope you guys enjoyed what you saw of Mighty Gunvolt. And of course, as always, I would appreciate it if you guys would like the video, subscribe, tell people about it, etc., because it helps a lot. Thank you for watching. This is Eoghan, also known as Immortalium.
And I'm Kathlynn.
And bye-bye! Welcome to Victory Achieved Gaming. This is Eoghan, also known as Immortalium.
I'm Kathlynn.
And we're back with Mighty Gunvolt, hoping to finally conquer this.
Yes, hopefully! I'm gonna have to remember the controls, but luckily they're at the side. So
Yeah. Well, you did really well against that final boss last time, remember?
I did. Oh, I actually pressed load. Oh, oops.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, don't worry. They're not going to attack us right away. So,
So
okay.
you remember how, he can double jump, he can do that thing you really like, which is if you hold the attack button, you can, direct that
Oh,
in the
yes,
team.
yes. Okay.
Now remember, that's not really good against bosses in general, but,
It worked at some point.
well, it worked on the boss that had his tonsil out, really. Okay, you can shoot that, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, just do a good few shots on it, I'd say, and there we go, you see? No problem at all. And then,
Wrong.
yeah, hold like that. Okay.
I
So,
keep pressing X for some reason. That's
so
not an enemy. Okay.
yeah, this is the second last stage.
Okay. So,
Very nice, right? This is the second last stage in the game. And actually, I wrote a review for this recently. I don't know if it'll be up on UK Anime Network by the time this comes out. Probably will, but one thing I kind of discovered actually is, you remember how I mentioned that there's these other levels, these other I'd say hop, you need to get some distance, so just hop on that, and then, yeah, just wreck that. So,
oh shit.
it's okay. In Mega Man, those spikes would instantly kill you, by the way.
Oh, good to know.
But what was I saying?
And I'm dead.
About UK Anime Network. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, but as part of the research for when I wrote the review, turns out those 4 levels, those 4 optional levels, were free DLC that were released afterwards. So they weren't actually in the game originally. It was just these 5 levels originally. Going back this far means that he'll be back there again.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. And I did that wrong.
Yeah, these guys can be a little tricky to deal with. Same kind of thing in Mega Man. Oh, but at least you got a life,
Yeah.
not a life, a health back. So yeah, I think we're pretty good if you can just get to the end of this, right? You're not going to be doing the optional stages.
Probably not. No.
Which is fine. I think that's fair, because as we said before, you don't really play platformers that often.
No, I don't.
There's a few we mentioned last time. I think you said Alice was one that you played a bit of.
Alice into Madness or something?
Yep.
Yes.
Spyro. Was there any other platformers?
Not really, no.
So just those 2. That's fair. Okay. So I think Kaithlyn's doing a pretty good job overall, considering she's not used to platformers, which is very commendable.
Yes.
And I think being able to get to the end of this game would be a big achievement in and of itself.
Yes, it would be for me anyway.
It would solidify her ability to be able to play something like, say, Mega Man. Because, like, this is much easier practice than actually trying to play the first Mega Man. There's also some other, like for instance, I think what would be nice to do before Mega Man at some point would be to have you play a Metroidvania.
Oh god.
Now, do you remember what a Metroidvania is?
Vaguely.
Oh, this guy. Yeah, okay.
But I got loads of health back. It's fine.
So... Okay, you just wanted the grape.
What's that?
You don't bother with the candy, it's just a little thing.
I just wanted points.
So... Like, a Metroidvania is basically like a platformer, except... instead of, like, stages, it's one big world. And instead of... like, you get... It's almost a bit like an RPG in the sense that you get, like, new abilities and stuff that allows you to traverse the world. There's no lives involved.
Okay.
So, like, you might die and you might get sent back to, like, a checkpoint or a save or something, but, like, you know, it's not necessarily like this. So, I think a couple of good examples, actually. Like, you have Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, yeah, you were saying that to me, yeah.
But then also another good one would be the Shantae games, I think.
That be Metroidvania? Oh, I guess.
They are Metroidvanias, I can tell you that for a fact. Now, I think the fourth one is a bit more... oh, there's an achievement if you... Yep. Oh, you got 2 achievements. Huh, I wonder what that second one was.
Oh.
But, what was I saying before? So I think something like that where it's a little bit more, like...
I wanted the health.
Laid back. It's fine. I think your health is almost at maximum anyway. And also you're starting to learn that with those fire guys, just shoot them from a distance.
I hear you.
There we go. Yeah, perfect. Like, for instance, with the Shantae games, this is something I've kind of been wondering a bit. I don't know what your thoughts are, so I may as well ask you. So, like, for a game series where maybe a later entry is the hard one, what are your thoughts on, like, playing just that one, or playing ones, like, leading up to it?
Like, leading up to Chantilly?
No, not Chantilly's. So, like Shantae, for instance, like, a lot of people would consider the third game to be the hardest. Now, that's not to say that the second and fourth games are necessarily cakewalks, but, like, you know, how would you feel about... And actually, a very good example of this is, you know, Devil May Cry.
Yes.
So, the third game in that is quite often... Oh, is this the boss?
It is! Oh.
Okay, let's take a look at his moveset, and then we can... Okay, I would not recommend doing that right now, because he's going to be... Okay, so...
Oh, wow. How do you dodge that?
That's a good question, actually. I'm not 100%. Okay, what does he do with this one again? I forgot. I have memories. Oh, lasers! Oh yeah, they do them in, like, different orders, so... Just, like, you gotta learn the order of these, and then you can dodge them.
Interesting, okay.
Okay, and what's the way to do this? Maybe if you go... Was the one on the left head height?
I don't know.
Like, if you went all the way to the left, would it go over you?
I don't know.
I mean, I said left and then you went right.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Yeah, I think I remember this guy being pretty challenging. But as usual, I have confidence you can do it, Kathlynn.
Yes.
Also, I learned that these guys apparently are from not Mighty Number 9, from Azure Striker Gunvolt. Also, you're still not doing what I was saying.
No!
Okay, yeah, so remember now that this guy... he's gonna shoot lasers. They're gonna shoot...
It glows just before it goes off.
Yeah, so... And they go in a straight line, so you can just dodge.
Ah, that was bad. Job.
Remember, you could double jump to get over some of them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he had double jump.
You do a good amount of damage when he's doing stuff like that.
Yeah, just not when he's high up. Okay.
And then...
Oh!
Like that, yeah, that's good. You'll get it eventually. You're doing way better than the first time, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know what his health at the moment. Oh, fuck, it's this thing.
Like, if you go to the right, does it not,
I don't know. Right is...
Like, maybe if you go... Maybe if you double jump perfectly, you could avoid it, but I'm pretty sure, like, other characters don't have double jump, so there must be a way for them to get through it.
True.
Like, if you were playing as Eoghan, what's her name, Ekaro, was it?
Yeah.
Like, she can only float. So, like, there must be a way for her to get through it, so... Careful now.
Oh, bad timing.
You see, not all of them you have to jump at.
I know, that was just me being weird.
Okay. Oh yeah, so what I was saying was these guys are apparently bosses from Ezra Striker Gunvolt, which was the game that this originally was like a package game with. Like you got Ezra Striker Gunvolt in the first month, you got this game for free with it. If you go right, does it like... You keep doing... Okay.
Yeah, I know.
No, but like, okay, so the side where there's only two of them, if you walk all the way over to it, does it go over your head?
Oh, we'll see.
Well, we'll see only when you actually, like... Only when you actually start, like, doing it. Okay, well, you only got hit once. That's way better than before. Yeah, so just be careful as he's like swinging about.
Yeah, because he can hit me if I end up going where he lands.
Yeah, where he touches you.
Oh shit.
Okay, that wasn't great.
That was my fault. Yeah.
It's okay. We're still learning him. He's probably gonna go bottom left, so yeah. Remember, these ones you don't necessarily have to jump at. You just jump at every one of them.
Oh my god, I actually dodged all of those ones. Go me.
Yeah.
Oh, hit me.
Yeah, so he'll go up. He usually seems to stop at the bottom left, so...
Oh. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, I did bad there.
Okay.
Yeah. That's really bad.
He's just doing this attack a lot now.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Which, I mean, that'd be good, because the other attack is the one that we haven't quite figured out how to dodge yet. Oh god. Some of the ways you did dodge them, but some of them were... Whew. Oh, you have to jump in between them.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, that's a new one, but that's good information to get.
Yeah, okay. No, we're just levels in the beginning, but it's fine.
Yeah, you can get through it pretty
Okay.
quickly.
I think I'm not as bad as I was the first time I played.
I would hope not. But yeah, you're starting to learn it, which is why, like, I think it's a good idea to be able to play some of them. So back to what I was saying before, which was about Devil May Cry. So, the third game... So, I don't know how much you know about Devil May Cry. Have you ever, like, played any of the games or seen any of the anime or...
No.
Okay. So, Devil May Cry was, interestingly, actually, the first game was originally going to be Resident Evil 4, but they were like, this is too different. Like this is... way too different. Like, no one's gonna think this is Resident Evil. Because it's basically an action game. So, they ended up making it its own thing. And the first game was quite successful, and so they decided to make a sequel. But one problem is that, with the sequel, is that a lot of people found it way too easy.
Okay.
And so, they kind of, with the third game, they decided to actually make it quite challenging, like quite hard.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people love Devil May Cry 3, and to be fair, like, I probably count myself as part of that. Like, it's probably the best of all of the Devil May Cry games. Not because it's hard, but because, like, I love the story of it, actually, and also, like, the style of it as well. I think this, like, Devil May Cry 3 is really where it found what made it Devil May Cry. But in that situation, would you just play Devil May Cry 3, or would you want to start with Devil May Cry 1 and then 2 and then 3?
Oh.
Now, the thing with Devil May Cry 3 as well is it's a prequel. So it's actually set before the events of Devil May Cry 1 and 2.
I know of Devil May Cry, but like...
So I'm not sure what your plan would be. And I'd love to be able to talk to people about it and see, like, you know, what are their thoughts on it. Is it okay to, like, play games that maybe are a bit easier if they're, like, early on in a series that'll eventually become hard? Or do they want just to play the hard ones?
I don't know. If it's something that interests me, I'll play it, and that is like...
Yeah, do you know have you seen gameplay of Devil May Cry?
I've seen clips of it, but
Okay.
I don't really know much about it.
Okay, so you're not sure if you'd be interested in it or not?
Oh, I wouldn't mind trying it.
Okay.
No. Sorry, that was it. Yes, I am interested in giving it a go.
But we're not sure whether you start with 1 or 3.
Yeah, like, I don't mind.
That's something we'd have to talk about, I guess. But yeah, I remember as, actually, I don't know if I've told you this story before. When I was first getting into anime, like, I guess, like, you kind of do this with a lot of things, don't you? Like, people in general. Like, when you discover something new, you kind of start with the things that you're familiar with.
Pretty much, yes.
So that meant when I was started getting, like, into anime, I actually went with video game adaptations. So, like, the 2 that I got first were Devil May Cry and, do you know Sengoku Basara?
No.
It was also released over here as Devil.
Oh, God, that's achievement.
Super Combo you got. Well, that's great. But it was released over here as Devil Kings. It's basically like, do you know Dynasty Warriors?
I know of it.
So it's like button mashing, like loads and loads of swarms of enemies and stuff. But it's kind of like that, but set in like Sengoku era Japan. You know what the Sengoku period was, right?
Oh, fuck, yeah.
You do?
Oh, wait, yeah, I do.
You might want to shoot that guy if you can, or you can
I was
just...
going to try to run away, but yeah.
Very nice, Kathlynn. That was great.
Yeah.
You could try farming for health if you want out of this guy, or you could just give it a shot. There we go.
Is that full now?
I think that you have a little bit more you could get. I tried one more time just to be sure. Well, one more heart. This is something that I would do sometimes in Mega Man as well. Like, I mentioned before, I think in the past...
Oh,
that,
there we go. I see that's full now.
That's definitely full now. That you'd have to charge your sub-tanks by gathering health when you're at full health. And so you sometimes just kill a bunch of enemies. Okay, let's see. Okay, so he's doing this one first. So you're starting to get a handle on this. Nice. Okay. Huge.
Okay. Oh god, that was so close. I'm getting there though.
Yeah.
And that's just luck of where he like baits to.
Yeah, well you could double jump over him if you could master to double jump. Oh, why are you jumping for those love
I don't know. Don't ask me. I dodged some of them.
You did, yeah.
Oh fuck. Damn it, that's just...
Well, he always seems to go right, you see, because I think he always
Yeah.
finishes at the bottom left of the screen. Know what I mean? Just, yeah, and then just jump over this one, you see. It's not too bad of an attack.
No.
Okay, here we go. So go to the left. I just want to see...
Oh,
You jumped again.
I know I didn't mean to jump.
Like, I just want to see, does it go over your head? In which case, maybe you could jump over the other ones coming from the other side.
Yes, you keep shooting this way because he's gonna come this way.
Yeah, he's going to come down that way. I wonder, it might be a bit risky because you could be in a bit of a vulnerable position.
Oh shit,
But-
that's something I'd run over there.
I wonder if, when he goes down to the bottom left, could you use your, like, your attack, you know, the charging one?
I think it's risky.
It is risky, yeah.
Oh. Oh god, I was so close to that.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Like, you're so much better than you were before.
Oh god, I'm so nearly dead.
Okay, so go left, and just see, does it go over your head? It doesn't.
No.
How do you avoid that attack? I've forgotten how,
Don't know.
If we get stuck on that, I'll definitely look it up, and I'll
Okay.
tell you, like, how to avoid that. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen people, like, when I say seen people, what I mean is, it's like video thumbnails.
Oh, that one's like faced. Oh, it's good. They're going to turn
Yeah.
to me, yeah.
Because it also seems to be the same order that they fire in, right?
I don't know.
Like, doesn't it always start with one in the middle?
Yeah.
And then it's the bottom right one then. Okay, well, how can you avoid this?
I did double jump there. Didn't work.
Yeah.
So maybe I do have to go over here and double jump over these ones?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, that was me. That's grand. I missed on that.
Okay, you only got one. So see, it's the middle, then the right, then that one, and then that one. Yeah, it's the same order every
Oh,
time.
okay. That's actually fair to know. I didn't even realize that.
Just shoot him. And...
Oh, this one is double. Oh.
Yeah.
There's that. Okay, I was half expecting.
Right. So that one over there is going to shoot first, see?
Oh,
and then
wow.
that one, and then that one. Yeah, it's easy enough to actually see the order. Yeah, just lay into him. Too bad you can't do what Mega Man does, which is you can actually charge your shot so that when you shoot, you fire it off and...
Oh! What the?
Oh god. Okay, just lay into him and see if this, like... Oh!
What?
I just saw it.
What was it? I didn't see it. I don't have time to look.
You shot one of the drills and it went down.
Oh, I shoot the drills. Oh, okay, cool.
I think you can only shoot them when they start moving, though. You know what I mean?
Good to know.
Yeah. you have the right idea there. Okay, that one, then that one, then those two.
Gotcha.
Like, the easiest way to avoid those top ones is just pick one side. Which is probably the right, because the right one's fired already, you know? So, and then, actually, the right would also be good because it would give you plenty of time to react to the one on the left. So, then that one, just go right. And then that, yeah, I think...
Okay.
I mean, you went left at one point, but...
It still dodged it. So it worked. If I dodged it, it's a win.
Too bad we can't hit him up above. Okay, that one, then that one. Go right. Okay, you don't need to go left, you see.
I don't know why. I dodged the ball. It worked still.
Okay, so this one, he's gonna fire, and then you have to jump between them. Oh!
I did that! Oh, go me!
Fantastic. Okay.
Okay.
Oh man, you can do this, Caitlin.
Hopefully, we'll see. Because my health's actually not too bad.
Yeah, and you... Okay, so that one, then
Okay.
that one. Go right, all the way right, and then just jump. There we go.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay, where he's... Oh. I was trying to figure out which one he was going to do.
Yeah.
He seems to favor this one.
He really does, yeah. This seems to be his main attack.
Oh.
Okay,
I
so...
hit once. Actually, I'm
yeah.
still not doing too bad. I'm still doing pretty good.
Okay, what's his next move? Okay,
Oh,
he's
perfect. Still doing this.
Okay, he has only 4 health left.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If he does this one more time, you've got him. Just avoid...
Whee.
And, yeah, shoot. Oh, wait, one more shot. Oh, you got him!
Yay!
Fantastic.
Okay. Grand! I did much better this time.
Oh,
That did not take me as long as the other ones did.
you're a champ.
Yay, go me.
Final level.
Okay, so this one is mirror.
Yes.
Is this the final for all of them? Because you said they all kind of go in a different order.
Oh yeah, this is the last one for all of them.
All of them.
It's an interesting one.
Oh. Do I just go straight to the boss?
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh.
So I'm gonna be a little bit more lax with telling you what to do here, simply because you go straight to the boss, so you can do a bit more trial and error.
Okay, I'm trying to watch what she's doing.
Whereas usually usually you'd have to go through the whole level if you die, you know?
Oh shit, she comes out of those mirrors.
She does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is just a boss.
Okay, and that's it then. So when I
That's it, yeah, you've beaten the game once you beat her.
wait into her for a second.
Very nice.
Okay.
Now, you can shoot the mirrors.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, and destroy them, you see.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
And that helps, like, reduce the amount of, Now, you can also try shooting that if you want.
No, I want to try to dodge.
Now, it'll always track where you are standing when it's fired. But, obviously, you can, Yeah, just be careful. But obviously you can dodge it, like it doesn't track you once it's been shot.
Oh, fuck.
Now when she hops, she always leaves a little gap at the far left and far right of the screen.
Okay. Okay, one more shot at this. Well, two more.
Yeah, but remember, like, it doesn't really matter actually because,
Yeah, true.
like, you're just gonna go straight back here. Now, I think it is quite funny to me how she just comes in and like beats the hell out of this guy. The problem here, though, is from what I'm aware, this is like a joke to do with like Mighty Gunvolt.
Okay.
Wait, Striker Gunvolt? My brain's completely melting.
Oh god,
Striker Gunvolt, that's the one.
I'm doing pretty bad.
It's okay. Okay.
I jumped into that one. That was nice.
Do one more and then I'll start giving you some bigger hints, I think.
Okay.
Actually, one more is perfect, actually, because it'll be like a completely fresh... So you can see the order in which it's going to be fired. Now, she always like goes across the bottom when she does that, so you can hop over her if you're fast enough.
I know.
You almost jumped into her there.
I'm doing so badly.
Yeah, this tech is your bane, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll give you
Okay.
my strategy for that attack. So as I said before, the flames tracker. So what I did was I went all the way to the left, and whenever it fired, hopped up. Now the second one she fired would be up like where I was, but since I go down due to gravity, it would miss me almost all the time. And the added advantage of that.
Oh wow, she that went to a different order that time.
Yeah. The added advantage of that, you can actually keep firing at her and do a little bit of damage as she's like swinging around. You're still not hopping over her when she...
No, I don't know why I'm not. Oh, I hit her there though. Oh, I tried to hop that time.
Can you shoot those guys?
Oh, no.
Probably a bit risky. So I go over here and I just kind of hop.
Oh.
You see what I mean? There is an order to it.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean now, yes, okay. I just typed it badly.
So you see that, like... Occasionally you'll still get hit, but you're taking way less hits than, than usual.
Okay. Again, I have 3 more tries.
Yeah, I think you've got this. From what I've heard, I haven't played Azure Striker Gunvolt yet. But from what I'm aware, apparently the reverse of this happens in that game.
Oh, dodge that for me.
Where apparently she's meant to be the big boss, and then he comes in and beats her up.
Okay.
Now you could be firing at her while that's happening.
True, I don't know why I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
that one seems to be the easiest one to dodge. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I get it. So I think I kind of get it now.
There is a rhythm.
Okay, so the rhythm would be stay low, then it'll go down.
Now
I think I get it. Okay.
Your best chance for that one, I think, is to try to destroy those other mirrors.
Yeah.
You could either double jump and shoot into them, or you could
try
probably...
my special.
Yeah. Now the special takes a bit to start off, so...
Yeah, that's the problem.
Or you could just, I guess, go to the side and try to jump over when it comes at you.
That actually makes more sense. I did not expect to do that one so soon. I did that wrong.
Well, this one I'm not as concerned about, because these guys are relatively easy to dodge. It's more the flamed one that's more of a problem. Then yeah, just go to the side and...
Oh, okay, I was slightly out of it. Okay.
But you only took 2 hits there, which before you'd be getting hit by almost all of them, so...
True.
Dramatic improvement already.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
Yeah. Like, you will probably get hit once or twice, but like... You see, we're still struggling a bit with you hopping over her when she does that thing.
Ah, shit. No, so close!
Yeah, I think if you hopped over when she, like, runs into the mirror, I think you would have had enough health to...
Maybe.
A good start. See, you're
Yeah,
still not.
I should hop over her there.
Yeah, and then you're safe here. Actually, in a situation like that, you should try shooting them to see what happens.
Oh shit.
Oh god, you didn't get any of them. You can hop over that if you go to the corner, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were struggling a bit with her. Okay, so that's first, and then that means... You see, the mirror gives a little wiggle before it, like... Before they fire out. Okay, maybe just go for the corner and jump. Like, you dodge the first...
Okay, yeah. Which isn't too bad. Okay.
To be fair, this is quite a challenging little boss.
Yeah, yeah.
There is a way to survive.
I did it!
Yeah, see?
Oh shit, I got hit by her.
And then you got too excited. Okay. Oh, you might be able to... Oh no, okay, if you can survive this.
I've been doing good at this.
Got her!
I won! Is that it now? Is this it? No more tricks?
Yeah, so, again, do you remember how it opened with a garbled mess of a...
Yeah.
In order to prevent a Muse auditions, Copen infiltrated Sumeragi group to rescue Muse, but his plans were shattered by Zonda, easily defeated him. Zonda would use her to fill the world with ultimate love, but Zonda was a failure.
Aww.
What was the true planning of Zonda? With his death, no one may never know. The first place it is unknown if anything really existed in that world was real. So perhaps all Zonda has showed may have been illusion.
Okay.
Do you get what happened?
If it was all a dream?
That ending is a bit confusing.
Yeah, it seems like all a dream. I feel like this is gonna be like the shortest episode in the Mighty Gunvolt. I don't think this is gonna be 20 minutes.
Oh, you think it's less than 20 minutes?
I think so.
We'll have to see. But, I mean, overall, just while the credits are playing... Oh, they're almost done already.
Maybe just under 30 minutes, maybe actually.
But like...
with editing, you might only just get 20 minutes.
Like, what were your thoughts on this game overall?
It was fun. It was interesting. It was different for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was challenging, and I felt like I had to focus a lot. So I probably wasn't listening to you all the time when I was playing this one. So I'd say it felt like more like you were talking to yourself.
But we had some great conversations.
Yeah, we got some in there, but yeah, it was challenging, but it was good.
Yeah, and you showed significant improvement by the end.
Yes, I think I did too. I think I even in there, I think I was terrible. I remember the first time, but I don't know what I do with that Echo character again because I think she was just awkward.
Well, she can be pretty good if you get an enemy coming with you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was Mighty Gunvolt. Hopefully you folks enjoyed, and you'll be looking forward to seeing the next game that we'll be picking for the short slot. But until then, this has been Eoghan, also known as Immortalium.
And Kathlynn.
And bye-bye!
Bye!